welcome in to this week's episode of Unrolled Stories, a weekly D&D campaign set in the world of Elboria. We are back with these wonderful humans. Sarah shall be joining us in a second, and Andrew hopefully later on, to roll some dice, attempt some questionable accents, and hopefully tell a decent story. Quick announcements up top, because we're running a little late due to technical issues. Check out Dakota Irish. There is a 10% discount if you use code the Welsh DM at checkout to grab yourself some dice or some handcrafted wooden tabletop accessories for your own tabletop needs. The Runic Press RP magazine, which will have a video coming out soon, actually, on that topic, is available on Patreon. The third issue should be out by the time this episode airs, so if you want to go pick it up for $5 from the Patreon store, you can, or just support the Patreon for $3 and you'll get a new one every month, containing all sorts of content for your TTRPG and world-building needs. Reminder that you can listen to episodes of Unrolled Stories as a podcast for all of your commuting and treadmill needs. So go check it out there, leave us a review, thumbs, stars, likes, whatever the format is over there. It helps other people find the podcast, and Emma can confirm that it's a great way to catch up. In this game, we make use of the Reimagined Classes that are available on the DM's Guild, allowing you to embody Balrick, Lesley, Aderyn, or Ximori at your tables, or whatever version thereof that you wish to. And as always, all NPC and character art was done by Erin Angelini. You can check them out on their Art Venturing Guild on Patreon. And the Chibi battle map art was made by WeTheDreamingDesigns if we use it. Definitely do check them out if you can and support real artists. With all of that out of the way, I think it's time to continue telling our story. Last time out, you explored the town of Kirudona after it had been attacked in the middle of the night by some bandits, mercenaries, or something. You witnessed the brutal and cruel nature of the attackers and found evidence that a decent portion of the town's populace had gone missing. The mother of the small child you met returned to town, thankful that you made sure that her son was safe, before heading off on one of your horses to bring news to the Stormcrest garrison at the Guanvi Bridge. Meanwhile, you all loaded up and headed into the Mora Foothills, following the tracks and trails of the assailants into the wilderness. After travelling, you came to a warning sign written in Abyssal reading, "Enter Prey. Pain awaits," before feral howls and cries of guttural language echoed from the rocks as an ambush descended. Before we go any further, I'm retconning something from previous episode and have decided that Tesson's dad and Hirosa's husband is actually still alive, because I want them to be alive. So what actually happened is Lesley found their hand that had been chopped off, denoted by the wedding ring. So gave the wedding ring back, but you believe them to still be alive, although potentially missing a hand. In a small stony gully, you're all reading the message written hanging from chains when the shouts echo from the rocks. Arquen, riding his horse, is up on a ridge getting a lay of the land when the call rings out, able to spot the ambush moments before it strikes. 4 figures come barreling towards you, wielding broken spars of metal or rock-studded wood. Sanity long since gone behind their eyes, their pale skin pierced with sharpened metal and adorned with dried blood rushes towards you. And I need everyone to roll initiative. Most of you are surprised. Arquen is not.
Arquen now have the opportunity to warn us.
That's why he's not surprised.
So, fighting the Reavers.
I just want to note it that in my notes, this is session 69.
Nice. The last game that we played, Gethin and Chris, was session 69 of the campaign, wasn't it?
It was indeed.
Really?
Nice. Yeah.
I mean, I've got them.
Oh, you weren't there, but yeah. That's two session 69s in a row for me and Gethin.
It's also bizarre because that's been going on like twice as long as this, hasn't it?
Yeah.
That is a weekly one.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Tries to be.
Very funny.
Sorry, just rolling their initiative. Cool. 25 to 20. Can you roll for Sarah as well, Chris, by the way?
Oh yeah, true. 1 minute. She won't like it if I roll with my dice, so...
And Ximori rolled a 2. Cool. 20 to 15.
We almost...
Anyone?
What's up?
15 to 10?
Yes.
I got a 13.
10.
13.
13 for Balrick.
I can't believe that's the highest.
10 for Arquen. What were you, Lesley?
13.
13 as well, so technically before Ball... No, you both... I think Balrick does beat you
5.
first.
I
We,
got
better,
5.
we come
Five.
together.
We always come together.
What
More
did...
ways than one.
We come together.
Tauri, what did you get?
11.
I'll drink to that.
You. So before Arquen,
Hey,
I think
I
Arquen got 10.
What's Sarah?
And then... What
Wait,
did...
Sarah can roll it herself.
Wonderful.
Gethin asked me to roll initiative for you. I rolled it, but because I wasn't here, because Sarah wasn't here, I think Sarah should get to re-roll the initiative. Yeah,
That's fine.
But I don't know if it's better or worse.
Sarah.
You rolled a 1.
That one.
I rolled a 5.
I'm gonna just leave again. I'm just gonna leave again.
Well, that was fun D&D, guys.
Good
That
job.
was
See you
the
next
only
week.
two options, Sarah.
Do you know I joke that my dice rolls are just cursed in D&D?
No, that was a rule of humour. Like it had to be either a nat 20 or a nat 1. It couldn't be anything
Yeah.
else.
Well, as we go through initiative, Balrick,
We are
you're
all
surprised.
surprised.
Leslie, you're surprised. It is then the
It's a
Berserkers.
bit annoying. I had no chance then, because I was like doing the tracking and survival checks. Oh.
You were paying attention.
know.
Let's see. So, there are 4 of you here that are in ambush range. I'm going to, for the sake of ease, just forget Ximori for a second. If needs
Ximori
to. jump
finds
in.
a tree.
Ximori is fighting 2 other ones that turn up.
The big ones. They're big and beefy.
God, you should have seen them. They were this big.
So each one
Blood
is
in
going to rush towards you and swing their improvised weapon at you.
We are no longer surprised because the surprise condition goes away.
Correct. Balrick.
Oh, hang on. Their initiative was even worse than ours.
They got 12 on initiative.
Wow.
Balrick, 20 to hit you.
Oh, well, Bill, you can shut up.
It's the same charger as
7 points of damage to you as one of them comes in with this rusted spar of metal and just crangs it into your side.
Oh, ew.
Lesley, that is an 8 to hit you.
I'm a shot.
Leslie laughing at Balrick, and that's the only thing that keeps him safe.
Tauri, that is a 17 to hit you.
Oh, that easily hits.
For 7 points of bludgeoning damage as they come in with a maul made of rock and wood. And Aderyn, 23 to hit you.
Yeah.
Ooh, for max damage, 15 points of slashing damage. This one completely catches you unaware and buries a almost like sharpened singular blade of metal straight into your back. Howling.
15.
in guttural language that only Ximori seems to understand. Balrick, what I will give you at this point is you see that the one that attacked you with your passive perception appears to have a rope wrapped around them that seems to lead back from the way they came. But that is then the Vashar's turn. Tauri, you're surprised. Arquen, you're on a horse 100 feet away up on a ridge, or 100 feet from the course you took. You can take a riskier direct path if you want.
All in, baby.
Make me an owl handling check.
Oh, I'm good at those. I'm really good at those up to 24.
You see, it's full on end of two towers, like scree slope.
Yeah.
As you come barreling down. And you go into combat.
To the party. Cool. I have a riding speed of 60 feet without taking an action, I believe.
That gets you to any one of them that's fighting your party members that you want to go after.
You cut out for the last bit. So basically, set the scene for me, would you?
So your party is in a slightly rocky gully. You've gone on like an earthen rise up here. And you've gone down this scree slope. There's the poles up there with the hanging chains from beneath. These guys have leapt up from various points around, from seemingly nowhere, and just ambushed in on your party, almost surrounding them.
Okay, cool. I certainly, with my passive perception... Oh, wait, no, with my passive perception, which is good. I'm remembering my other character.
With your passive perception, my camera. With your passive perception, you can see that all of them have ropes tied around them that seem to lead into like the rocky areas around while I try to fix my camera.
Interesting. So, from the angle at which I'm approaching, where is who's sort of the closest to me? I'm imagining they were sort of all clustered around this, totem pole thing.
Yeah, so I would say probably Tauri and Lesley are closest to you.
Okay. In which case I will ride down towards where Tauri is. And also just worth noting that anyone who's had their turn now isn't surprised and so can use their reaction, I suppose.
Correct, yes.
Excellent. And I think I'm going to... Can I try something acrobatic?
Would you want to try?
Basically, because I really doubt I can do any kind of protecting of people from on horseback without just getting the horse killed. So I would like to, as I'm riding down towards the one attacking Tauri, essentially do a... I know what I'm talking about and what I've got in my mind. I don't know how to basically do a running jump off of the horse, but it's not a jump. It's you sling yourself off the side of the saddle and then basically pull back on the reins a little bit and then just sort of go into a run as you're coming off.
Oh, like so sprinting dismount is what you're going for.
Yes, essentially.
Make me an acrobatics check.
Excellent. I'm brilliant at those. That's a natural fucking 20 though.
Do whatever you want. I'll give you advantage on the first
just when
attack.
I fucking need it. I was really close to a 2 though. It was just like, fuck me. I go crashing into the pole. Would you allow me to attempt to knock this one off his feet, essentially, by doing an attack? Come into it.
I won't give you advantage on the attack, but I'll give him a strength save against you to avoid being knocked prone, should you hit.
I got confused by the surprise round, but because we roll initiative, can Lesley tactical command?
No, because you were surprised.
Oh, we were okay.
That was... I've forgotten all my stats now. Hang on.
Balrick,
longsword, +7. An 18 to hit.
18 does hit.
Excellent.
He says without looking at the stat sheet. Yeah, it does.
They're berserkers or something. I'm like... Yeah. For max damage of 12 points of slashing damage as I go careening into this dickhead.
What's your strength modifier?
+4.
Yeah, on a natural 3 on the die, he just gets carried down to the floor. howling and spitting curses in your face from an almost frothing mouth. He raises up his sharpened piece of metal towards your face to try and defend himself.
Cool. I'll go in for a second attack, which he's
Advantage.
prone now, isn't he? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, good. Because that's worse. 17, but that
Still hits.
Does that still hit? Fucking A. Yeah. Another 12 damage.
Woo!
Just like,
Two large
Putting the
gashes
fucking
on his
boat in.
chest seem to do nothing to their opinion. They're just still feral and trying to hack away at you, seemingly ignoring the rules that are across them.
kind of assumed that it's you put them down or they just keep coming. Yeah. Can I position myself so that I'm within 5 feet of Aderyn and Lesley near each other? Tauri and Aderyn near each other?
Yeah, sure. We can say that you've kind of like been pushed in together at this point, and so trying to get that aura up is reasonable.
Basically, yeah, I'm within 5 feet, so I can use my shield and stuff to protect, etc.
Sure.
That's my turn.
Arquen pulls up the shield and just like scouting out the two full casters. Aderyn, it's your turn. You are stunned after being slashed in the back, suddenly attacked, your dress ripped open. Your brain comes back to the panic that's going on in time for Balrick to take his turn.
Not the dress.
That's pretty rude. Okay, so.
No, you're surprised.
You were surprised.
Oh, yeah.
We are
I'm
now
glad.
at the top of initiative. Balrick, you're up.
What about Derek? Actually, was Derek surprised? Derek's surprised as well.
Derek would have been surprised as well, but no one attacked Derek. But thanks for reminding me. Derek's going to get attacked now.
Well, I was going to remind you anyway. So, can you just remind me what the Black Jade Spike does?
The
Can you?
stiletto dagger.
Yep.
It on a hit doubles the concentration check of someone taking damage from it, and I think it deals an additional 1d4 psychic damage.
Additional 1d
4 psychic
to
damage.
concentration points in general.
Black Jade Spike. Yeah, deals an additional 1d4 psychic damage on a hit and doubles concentration checks that come from it.
Oh, additional 1d4 no matter what?
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Pretty tasty.
2d4. 2d4 versus 1d6. 2d4. 2.55, 1d6 is 4. That's better. Cool.
Maths, kids.
All right,
Stay in school.
They'll help you, indeed. 2d4 is better than 1d6 on average. Alright, so guy hits me with a club.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to use my strength to grab that club, move it out of the way, pull out the Black Jade Spike and stab it in his shoulder. That's holding the club. $13.
That hits.
Cool.
These guys aren't really defending themselves in any capacity.
5 is a 9 points of damage.
Nice.
And I'm going to do it again.
He makes a concentration check.
And then that's a 17 to hit. So another. Oh god. 10.
10. 2 stiletto-like stab wounds in this guy just begin leaking blood out, and he just seems to completely ignore them and raise the weapon again.
Side, trying to push him to the side, and then I'm gonna try and I stab him in the shoulder, to like drag him away, let go, stab him in the side, drag him further, and basically throw him at Derek's mouth.
Push down on the top of his head like a stapler.
Derek's gonna get a 16 to hit.
Yeah.
And he's going to do a d6 plus 3, 7 points of damage.
Nice.
Oh, Wood, is he looking bad enough that an extra d6 looks like it'll do the job?
Probably not. It's not the feeling you get. Cool, that ends Balrick's turn. Lesley!
And I'll shout something commanding, like, close in! Like, you know, be the boss, be the dad. All ranks. No, that's not me.
Taken from Leslie's playbook.
Actually commanding. Lesley. So the four people are close-ish together, or not?
Not all together, but like you can probably get pairs of them by working around.
Okay, cool. And is there a way to move through without provoking opportunity attacks?
You would definitely take one from the one that's currently on you. Other than that, there's enough chaos going on that you can choose your placement.
Oh, I forgot that. Like somebody tried to attack me. I was laughing so hard at. Lesley will attack this guy.
Go for it.
I just wanted to double check because I haven't written it down because I suspect it's the same. But I have the dragonfly sword, correct?
Yeah, it's a +1.
Yes,
Huh?
It's a +1 short sword.
+1. Okay. Cool. Thank you.
No worries.
There's a second one on commission as well.
I know. I'm excited. Does a 10 hit?
It does not, I'm afraid. As you swing wildly, the guy just shoulder checks you, knocking your blade away, and begins to try and ram their spar into your chest. You have a second attack.
Yes, second attack. Let's have another go. Okay, does a 23 hit?
Yes, it does.
Cool. So that will be for... I would have done Schwartzman first. That will be for 3 damage, but I'm also going to expend a martial die to try out Blinding Strike.
Can I check that it's only 3 damage? Are you adding your dexterity modifier to that?
Oh, you're right. Oh, this is long. Actually, 4, no, it's 3 damage plus 5, 8. Thank
8
you.
points of damage.
Plus 1 because it's a magical sword.
I've got 1 magical, 1 non-magical. I would always attack with first.
But that's your 2 attacks with
your extra attack will be both with the same weapon, and then your offhand is the other one.
And your offhand doesn't add it, yeah.
That's
So
another one.
9. For 9.
It's fine, guys. This is Emma's second combat of the campaign. She's still learning characters.
This is my 6th character I played this week. I'm really confused by them. Okay, and I want to blinding strike, which
blinding
is
strike.
that I haven't used yet.
What's your DC?
The DC is 16.
Woo!
That is a 12.
That bitch is blinded until the end of its next turn.
Okay.
Does it do extra damage as well?
It does not. Oh, it does. It does. My martial die. This I genuinely haven't used. I just want to check what my martial die is.
Now that's the kind of rules lawyering that's good.
Yeah.
1d8, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's not a hit die. It's a D8. You're right.
Yes, it is a D8 currently.
It's 5.
5.
I'll get used to combat one day, guys.
And you've still got your bonus action.
No, that is my bonus action.
No, it isn't. That's your extra attack. Or is your blinding strike is?
Blinding strike is a...
No, it's part of your martial maneuver. It's part of your attack. It's
What's
part
my
of your bonus action.
Oh my goodness. Gracious
And
me.
then a third attack.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, sure.
Order.
What else?
I can. Can I use tactical command now? It's only when we roll initiative though. So
No, so tactical command is when you roll or as a bonus action on your turn.
oh, I really thought it had to be done at initiative and then it's as a bonus action on subsequent.
No, it's always available to you as a bonus action.
Oh, all right then.
So any turn. So even in normal situations, you could be move.
I didn't know that.
Lesley, really bossy.
Just move.
Aderyn did just get smashed, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Lesley is gonna kindly suggest. She's her own woman. She can do what she wants. Maybe if she would like to, she can move.
Tactical suggestion.
It should redeploy command which allows you to immediately move half your movement speed without provoking opportunity attacks.
Get out of there.
Aderyn will run for it.
Aderyn, your brain comes back into the scene just to hear Lesley telling you to run.
I don't know what direction Aderyn runs in, but she runs.
At that moment, Arquen's horse comes along, and you just like grab onto the horse and you're dragged away.
Technically, it only takes half your movement, and you have half your movement, so half of that, and then you.
Pension out the horse in the very
now
Lesley style.
the creature's turn.
Jethin hasn't established. Is Aderyn now mounting the horse?
Not with this, because it wouldn't technically move her out of threatened. Well, she can, but it wouldn't move her out of threatened range.
Ah, I'm on a horse.
Right, their turn again. Okay, so yeah, so the one that was attacking Aderyn, with Aderyn gone, is going to turn to Arquen, who is seen as a major threat.
Hello,
so
there's
Arquen.
I get in the way of like protecting Aderyn and everything, and Aderyn's just like, I'm fucking out of here.
But we'll just do one attack on everyone again. Balrick, natural 2, doesn't hit you. Derek is still clamped around this guy's hand.
Yes, I know. I've also got a knife in his arm, so.
Lesley, 15 to hit you, Lesley.
Nope.
Doesn't hit. Tauri, this one's coming for you. For an 8. And then on Arquen, a 16. I don't think any of them hit this turn. They're just wildly swinging, lost in bloodlust, completely unaware that you are trained individuals in any capacity, and you are just comfortably avoiding blows and deflecting them away. Which now means it is Tauri's turn.
Okay,
Locking in.
so there's one right in front of me.
Yes.
Can I hit?
Arquen behind you.
Okay. Can I hit 2 of them with a Thunderwave?
Yes, yeah, because you can get the one that's also flying Arquen. You can like kite it around such that they're both standing next to each other and hit
Cool.
them. That's also
Then
flying
I will be doing a level 1 Thunderwave.
The one on you rolls an 8. The one on Arquen rolls a 6. Wow, I'm rolling terribly.
2d8 for an 8 and Jesus Christ and a 7, so 15 points of damage, and they are each flung 10 feet to me.
The one I was fighting was on the floor, so it's just like, oh!
Yeah, it just barrel rolls away, kicking up dust and mud as they go through. Like, both of them lose their weapons in that struggle, but just like go to spring up towards you, just bearing sharp nails and teeth.
Can't but feel there is definitely no way we are stealthily approaching this base now. How are we just
Anyway, we're here anyway. I mean, this just sound like
The Eldritch Blast.
Harry, what you noticed, the one that was on you most, you can see now has like, it was feral before, but now like its eyes are fully bloodshot. Blood is pouring from it, and you just see it start heaving. It becomes almost animalistic in the way that it's hunched over. Very similar to like how Ximori looks at times as it rushes towards you. At which point you see Ximori currently bashing 2 of their heads in. Another 2.
I will step back behind Arquen.
Yeah.
And just go, you've got this, right? Give him a tap on the shoulder, and then just like take an extra step back. And
Absolutely.
he gets bardic inspiration for the tap on the shoulder.
And it's your turn.
Oh, no.
Your turn, Arquen.
I guess I will go and attack the one that's still prone.
Yes.
If it's still...
Yeah, that was the one that Tauri was fighting.
Yeah. That is a 16 to hit. Still hits, okay, I believe. Whooja! For a measly 11 points of damage this time around with the first attack.
Yep.
And if it's still going, I will try and finish it off.
It looks like you can finish it off.
24 to hit.
24 hits.
And that's another 12 damage.
It's still up.
Fuck me, that's literally maximum damage.
You impale it through the chest, and you're like, this is a death blow, and it just like does the whole lurts, pulls your blade in, and goes to like try and bite you on the throat. Anything else in your turn?
Shield bash or something?
I got, I would, but not in the rules of D&D.
Cool. Aderyn.
And then I'll pull back to, protect Aderyn.
Yeah, I got you.
I would like to get on the horse.
You get on the horse. Sarah and characters on horses. We can't ever get away from it.
Listen, it's a must. Right. How are the crazy people spread out?
So two of them are Arquen has put between Tauri and Arquen. They've been pushed back away from the group, and Arquen is kind of keeping them back. One is pinned between Balrick and Deck, and then Lesley is just kiting one for fun, dancing around. I'll let Emma choose whether Lesley is kiting them towards anyone in particular, or just trying to beat them back and spread the whole thing out.
So could I get two of them in a 20-foot sphere?
You can get the two that Arquen are fighting, yeah.
Yeah. So I want to do that. So I'm gonna cast Crushing Nebula.
Uh-oh.
Fucking what?
This sounds like a bit old. What the?
There is so much homebrew in this fucking campaign. Why?
That one's not even one of yours.
So could they please make a dex save? I mean, dex save is
Dex saves. One of them gets advantage because it's so feral. It rolls a 15.
What's your DC?
I think it's a 15.
It
Unless
is
I don't think
15.
it went up in the level up, did it?
It might be a 16. What's your charisma?
My charisma.
It's 3 plus. It's 11 plus your charisma.
My charisma's 4.
Okay, so it's
Yeah.
15.
It's 15.
So that the
I can't-
heavily wounded one does succeed, but don't worry about it. The other one rolls a 4. So
Okay. I actually don't think it doesn't say anything about it being half damage if they succeed or
not?
anything. No.
Crushing Nebula.
No. So I think it just affects the one of them.
Tauri, you do have a reaction if you want to do, because I did see you raise your finger.
Yes, but I can only do it if I don't know the result.
I don't care.
But I'm just going to just pop my head out and just put my middle fingers up at the rudely wounded one. For a 4.
Wait, hold on.
Wanker.
What spell are you using? Because crushing nebula is different.
Crushing Nebula. So,
No, it's not a homebrew. It's a Dunamancy, isn't it?
No, crushing nebula is a reskin of Hunger of Hadar.
so Aderyn's
so-
gonna basically extend her arms out, and this massive nebula is like this purple light will start flickering in between these two crazy people, and then that light will explode outwards in like an explosion of gas and like nebulous sort of like
Heat and
air and
Yeah.
just like little galaxy. And it's gonna fuck up the gravity. So
Yeah. So,
they are now
actually reading what this spell does,
blinded.
because that's dope. What that spell does is at the start of their turn, they will take 2d6 fire damage. Straight up. The dex
This is
save
stab.
is actually incorrectly built into D&D Beyond. At the end of their turn, they'll make a constitution save and potentially take gravity damage.
Yeah,
So,
and they
at
are
the
also
minute-
blinded.
So they're currently just this nebula arrays, and in their feral, they're just like,
What the
and like just looking around at what's going on. They've got no clue what's going on, and when it comes around to the turn, one of them's gonna die. I'll tell you now. The other one, we'll see what happens. Yeah, Arquen, this just erupts in front of you.
Nothing comes out of the sphere.
That was dope. Aderyn, anything else you want to do
Okay.
on your turn?
You summoned the galaxy. What? Like, you can do more.
I'm happy with just summoning the galaxy. I think it's the first time she's done it, so she's gonna kind of just stare at it and like, oh, okay.
So does she
She doesn't
realise
wanna
what to do?
So like,
No, she just vibed, and it
Here's a
happened.
star.
Cool. Balrick, round to you.
I mean, I want to like kind of stop in shock for a moment because I feel the heat of the sun on my back. I'll
Don't worry about
have a moment with the frenzied guy. Like, are you seeing this?
Don't worry
Am
about
I
it.
as bad as you right now?
The guy just stares at you and just goes to swing this massive metal spar down on Derek's head.
Nope. I'm gonna try and stop that
Go for it.
with the knife. It's handy.
You call that a knife?
It's a nat 20 as I stab him in the throat with it. He lifts it up and I'm like, no.
Yeah, he goes through.
So that's well, a 1, a 2, so 3, 6, 8 plus 5, 13 piercing.
Second attack.
And I think if Derek's seeing that he's getting stabbed, he might add his like extra. What did I say he was today?
I think I told him today he was.
He was firing.
I think you meant fire because it's the same day that you were in the cart with the kid, and the kid was being kept warm because he was all nice and.
Yes,
It's firing.
well remembered.
Rolling terrible on damage. Sorry, that's not 13. That's 14 points of damage.
As a burst of fire cauterizes the wound, it just like looks down on you, absolutely blood feral. The last moments of blood pumping in his head as he continues to try and bring down the weapon.
I'm gonna leave the knife there, let go, and then draw my sword to try and decapitate the head.
Go for it.
That is a 17,
Hits.
and that is a 10 points of damage.
As the blade goes through, it gets buried halfway in, clicking against the sword, and just the head's halfway there, just collapses to the ground with your wounded blade buried in his neck.
I'm gonna grab the dagger as he falls down, so he falls off the dagger. I've got them both now. I'm dual wielding. That's my way of unsheathing my weapons.
Lesley.
One turn.
Sorry.
Excuse me.
What about Derek?
No, that's fair.
Here's my
It's a
bone.
reaction to do that, I think. He's still technically, yeah.
And then I'm gonna go to Derek. Lesley laughed. Lesley's not getting helped. I'm not gonna do anything with Derek actually. What am I gonna do? I might try and show off to Lesley then. I'm gonna pick my knife back up and I'm gonna like and throw the dagger at the one Leslie's fighting, see if I can like steal the kill. 18.
Yeah.
Once again. 8 points of damage.
The dagger stabs in the back. Lesley, it's not your dagger, but it's a dagger.
I take it back.
It's your turn, Lesley.
New dagger thing.
And Lesley like pull the dagger out and like stab him as a singular action. Yeah. Fuck yeah.
What do I say?
For that, I'm guessing it's a strength and not a dex.
No, dexterity is still valid for daggers.
For the maneuver is there. My goodness, I've rolled so many twos. Ooh. A 10 doesn't hit.
I'm afraid not, no.
He goes again. No.
Oh dear.
Anyway, after Leslie's turn, it attacks him back.
Well, I actually have to, because I'm a rules lawyer, I have to just. It should have been 3 points of damage because I used an offhand roll, so I didn't use my dex. But just for fairness.
Okay.
It's very noble of you.
Bonus action, Lesley?
You got an offhand attack? The dagger's clearly not working for you.
Nothing's. It's the dice. So,
Fucking smacking one, you know.
yeah. Leslie is going to use this moment to.
Roll me the dagger back.
No.
It's like, this doesn't work.
Sorry, what dagger?
Leslie pockets the dagger. That's his bonus action. Sorry, I need to get out the Leslie dice. Actually, that's the.
That's why.
You're using the Leslie dice. That's clearly.
I know. It is because they were in a sleeve, and I was already quite late to open my notes. Blessed. Was it 24 hit?
24 does hit!
Amazing.
Hey.
This will be with his like offhand weapon, which will be the scimitar.
Yeah.
for 7 points of damage, please.
Nice.
And thank you.
I was about to ask why you had a cigar.
You slash through. The guy turns round to you and just tries to body you across the ribs with the club that he's got. I'm gonna switch dice. Throwing that dice away, it made a nat 20. What the fuck?
Every time I say to people, it's like, it doesn't matter what dice you're using, I then use my special dice and fucking, roll them.
Okay, at the start of their turn, the one that has taken a lot of abuse from Arquen and Tauri dies in hot gas. But I do need Aderyn to roll me 2d6 fire damage.
Yes, with pleasure.
It has 2 hit points. It physically can't survive this damage.
So the group chat, because I've managed to roll a nat 20 onto my computer
9.
keyboard.
9 points of damage.
Don't get why you guys are so hepped up about it. Just roll better, you know.
Area is difficult terrain. It was pushed.
Just be blessed by the
feet
fate.
away.
Neither of us have missed an attack yet, so it's clearly not hard,
It can get through to. It basically runs back the way that it came towards you, Arquen, getting out of the hot gas. It does run towards you. It is bloodied, so it has advantage on the attack. 17.
Doesn't hit.
Blindly runs out, just swings without looking.
Arquen is a very experienced and pretty good combatant. I feel like it's just like, yeah.
Tauri, this guy comes running out, blindly swinging at Arquen, missing. What do you want to do?
I'm just going to give it a look and just go, and this is why we don't eat people, for visual fuckery.
This is just the...
Charisma save or wisdom?
Wisdom.
Wisdom, 17.
I can't use my reaction on that, can I?
Yeah! If your reaction
cool.
can lower saving throws.
Cool. I'll use my reaction and kind of just push Arquen into it to distract it.
Roll me the
Boot in my back of my throat, like, ah!
I rolled a 7, so
Okay,
it definitely
takes the damage.
failed. Hold on. That is 7 points of damage.
7 points of damage. He's swinging blindly around, looking for wherever that insult came from, and focuses in on you, putting his back to Arquen. Arquen!
Oh, yeah. I'm just gonna... Yeah, 22 to hit.
Yep.
For 10 points of damage.
Yep.
If this isn't taking him down, so I'm gonna, as you hit him to try and get him down, I'm gonna...
I've got a second attack.
Oh, never mind, yeah. No.
21 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
For another 11 points of damage.
Still up.
He's gonna fire that.
Roll the damage.
1d6.
3.
Still up.
Fucking hell. I am gonna essentially
I'll tell you
just
what.
As I sort of do a slash to both sides of his neck, I'm just gonna push him back with my shield and just oi,
For this one moment, because I think it's cool, give me an athletics check.
Wacha.
You need to be at 12.
I'm gonna take a picture of that one again because that's technically the fourth natural 20 I've rolled this game.
This is why we don't let Hugh play.
Robbing us off them.
There it is.
As the guy is shoved back into the nebula that he ran out of. Almost certainly killing him at the start of his next turn. Aderyn!
Okay.
There is one currently fighting Lesley still.
I can't move the other guy into my cool ass galaxy, but I can sorcerer's burst him.
Sure.
while keeping the other thing up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, hang on, I'm just keeping the galaxy up. Q. The galaxy's there.
Okay.
does Sorcerer's Press
I'm
work?
gonna make a range. So I gotta make a ranged attack.
Go for it.
Nat 20!
Wow. Oh, that's
Let's
40.
go.
So that is now 48.
48. What damage type are you going for?
And it can...
I'm going for...
Well, you just got a galaxy there.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna go full fire.
Like,
So you just start
like,
whipping like bits of the hot plasma across the battlefield and striking this guy in the back.
Yeah, it's kind of like my mind takes some of the flickers of the galaxy and directs them in a line towards that guy. Kind of like gravity pulling it apart.
Sorcerer's Burst
Regular
explode
Bendu.
Yes, Sorcerer's Burst is an exploding damage spell, so with 48...
on a crit.
Yeah.
So 48, there's a chance.
I want it to
fine.
explode, so I want her to roll 48. It's cooler.
That's an 8. So roll another 48. I'll keep track of the maths.
So you
So,
keep track.
yep.
You let me know when you're done.
It's an 8. So another 48 now.
Okay, can you keep kind of...
So you that's your first of 5 now.
Are you also doing the maths of how much it is?
Yep.
3. 2. 3. 3. 4.
No, that was one too many.
Oh.
So 19, I think, total.
19. Okay, 19.
8, 2, 3, 3, 3.
Yeah.
8, 2, 3, 3, 3. 19.
Fire damage.
That 8 really like got us hyped there.
I know.
Yeah, the later rolls, didn't deliver. He is
Inventing
still
the
standing,
cosmic
but the
microwave.
burns of
I mean, that's a cantrip, so you know.
of radiating damage, of like ionizing radiation, like chemical, like irradiatedly burn his back, and he just like begins like lashing out at the plasma around him. Lesley, you're having to dodge these wild swings that aren't even directed at you in the absolute frenzy that he's in.
Can't meta magic a cantrip, can you?
Yeah.
Can you meta magic a cantrip?
I don't have, I'll admit, I'm not opening the PDFs for your classes today, so...
No chancing it.
Do you have the meta magic that allows you to reroll damage?
Don't know what meta magics Sarah has.
So,
it's your turn.
Magic Powers has
Empowered or something?
No, I have Little Forceful and Quickened.
What was forceful do?
Finish him off! I shout at
basically, like-
Balrick.
Push them.
Oh, okay.
Well, you can
Yeah.
potentially... How far can you push them?
I can push them.
Oh, good point. Good point.
Oh, that's that's an excellent point. 15 feet.
That's a lot.
Yeah, 15 feet will get them into it.
If you want
Yeah, go on.
Why the fuck not?
Just like a
This
whip.
is why Theatre of the Mind is better.
It's a
Yeah,
whip.
sure.
Like a whip of like galaxy.
Yeah, empowered spell. Lets you reroll damage.
Okay, let's roll the Adderyn die, which is a D4.
Is this only a D4 for you? Jeez.
Is it, you sure? Is it not a D6?
Let me check the
Level-
updated one from the level up.
5, a lot of things change.
Yeah, you're level
True.
6 now, though.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, still D4, I think.
Totally fine.
I have 5 prolonged rest. Should that have changed actually?
I don't know, we'll look at it later.
No, I think it's
Okay,
still like that. So, it's too many numbers. My brain struggles with metamagic. Roll your total and equal to or higher than the paid mana. Okay, the paid mana was 5.
The paid mana was
So-
0 because it was a cantrip.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Oh, did you roll higher than a 0? Higher than a 0.
That works.
I feel like meta magic probably doesn't work with cantrips. But
No, it works fine because like you're only buffing it on top of cantrip. You still use
it says when casting a spell. That's all it says.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can meta magic.
I
Don't
will.
worry, I'm
meta
taking
magic.
notes all the time, and if stuff gets broken, and I've just opened a thing in front of Discord, which scrap that. Anyway, carry on.
Yeah. Cool. I will whip the crazed dude into the galaxy.
Cool. Lesley, the wild swings just are coming straight for your head when suddenly the plasma like almost wraps around him, and there's a gravity like pull that drags him into the ongoing nebula.
I would like. So I'm assuming this will kill him, but in case it doesn't, Lesley does get an opportunity attack from this, does he not?
No, you don't get an opportunity attack from force movement.
Yeah. That would be sick. He's gonna die from this. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, Sarah, just to confirm, you do have 6 uses because it's a number of uses per equal to your level.
Ooh, did not update that.
That ends Aderyn's turn. Balrick. Both of them have a lot of cover, unless you have sharpshooter, because they're heavily obscured in gas and light. But you can try.
I think I might chill out and hold back. Where's my dagger? Is Lesley still holding it?
Yes.
Yeah, I am gonna spend my turn to walk up to Lesley, sheathe my sword, and go, I'll have that back, please. It's rolling. I'll have that back, please.
That's a good turn.
Lesley, it's your turn.
Lesley holds the sword and like twirls it. It looks really cool. Like super cool. Everybody's amazed.
Sure.
And then he grabs
Roll
the
a maze check. My maze check was a 6, so I'm 6 amazed. So
out of not a D100, not a D100.
D20.
Oh, okay. Well, Lesley will then register that Balrick isn't very amazed, and be like, Lesley, I've got to keep practicing then, and we'll hand back the knife, and then we'll yell out, "Somebody owes me a dagger."
Not me. This is mine. I'm glad you tried to use it though.
Because I can see where this is going, we're going to say that some howls of derangement echo out of the nebula, and all that comes out is a last one, still on fire, rushing towards Arquen. One of them does die in there. The other one is still technically alive. Is going to make one swing on Arquen, and then Arquen, you can tell me how you finish it because it doesn't have enough hit points left.
Cool.
Does a 19 hit you, Arquen?
Yes, it does.
Finally!
Cutting
For a 1 on the die for 4 damage. Their muscles shredded by nebulaic gases
I
swing
got
at you.
71. Yeah, I guess
How'd
it's
you
more
finish
sort of
it?
just the force of it hitting me, like, in the chest. It's like, I guess my shield, like, a dong into my helmet a little bit just from it, like, hitting me. I'm just gonna, essentially roll it off me and just across the back of its neck and just finish it off.
It's at this point, the guy goes scattering, blood coats the scene. The metal shard that they had goes clanging across the gully that you're in. You can still see a few of them with the ropes that were around them still tied, a lot of them now frayed and burning, as they all lie face down, and you have a moment of respite, seemingly, as nothing else is striking down upon you.
Alright, let's not let them regroup. Let's follow these ropes. It'll lead back, hopefully, to where they've come in from. We've got a proper clue now.
What?
Does anyone need any medical attention before we go on?
I can provide some as well.
Al,
And also,
you save yours. Yours is better in an emergency, I think. Yeah. Alright, Aderyn, come here and I'll get some herbs out and I'll cure wounds, smother some, like, foul along your back.
What is that problem?
Right.
They thought you were tasty.
Cure wounds is
I am,
2d8,
but
right?
still rude.
2d8 plus wisdom? Oh, nice.
I'll sort of kick and roll the one that I killed over onto its front and just sort of look down at it. Presumably it is just a horrific once human creature.
So you take a look at it, and it does look like a human. It just looks like they have done odd things to themselves for whatever purpose. Taking a closer look at this one, it does appear somewhat emaciated. Like, you can start seeing bones coming through, like it hasn't eaten in a long time.
Yeah.
Are they clothed?
Yes, they do have like rudimentary, like largely like animal hides and the like, rather than cloth.
Right.
Do they have anything on them?
Do you want sharpened shafts of metal or rocks studded in wood?
No, I don't want either of those.
Don't want any shots.
That's all they
Shake
had.
it.
All right, let's not lose the initiative. Shall we push on?
What are you heading towards?
I think we're going to follow the ropes.
Okay.
I'm going to I'm putting away the sword and dagger, and I'm pulling out my bow. Then I want to proceed very much more cautiously.
Sure.
So we don't get surprised.
You follow the... Go on, Keith.
Is Arquen going to actually... Aderyn's on the horse.
Well, that was the thing. Is I was going to say during this time I'll probably be ritually casting Speak with Animals just to talk to one of you. Basically say like, I don't think this is for you, my friend, because I imagine we're going into rocky gullies and things like that, which are...
I was going to say, do you want me to do it not as a ritual for this quicker? Oh no, I don't have prepared. Never mind.
Sorry?
Never mind. I don't have it prepared. So
Balrick can't do the trick, so it doesn't matter.
That's exactly,
do paladins have ritual casting?
It's a ritual spell, so...
Does it necessarily mean you can cast it as a ritual, though?
Didn't they
Paladins
change
have
it
ritual
so
casters.
that in 5.5 everyone had ritual casting?
Yeah, we're not
They
playing
removed
5.5, we're just letting Hugh use a better version of the Paladin. Or a more balanced version of the Paladin.
not ritual casters.
Well, no, yeah, I'm not a ritual caster. I'm just quickly looking it up. Can say ritual casting means that any spell that you have access to that has a ritual tag, you can cast as a ritual. Then you need to be a class. For instance, paladins can cast ceremony, which has the ritual tag, but they cannot cast it as a ritual since their spell casting feature does not explicitly grant them the ability to do so. So I guess I'm doing it normally then.
It's his time. That makes me a lot happier.
Well, I was assuming we were taking at least 10 minutes just to go like, hello.
In my head, it's like less than a minute. Quick medicinal salve. Let's move on. I don't want them to prepare.
Yeah, I was assuming that the terrain ahead of us is not great for cavalry, and therefore I will be dismounting. Just because, I'm sort of like looking up at the high walls and thinking, why do I suddenly think that I would love to have been in their position if I was on a horse? Like, this is terrible for cavalry. Why do I think that? What's going on?
I'll give you a lay of the land because Balrick, as you start following the ropes in that kind of tracker way to see where they're leading, it's not long before you find the end of the ropes. Actually, it's largely in the same area that you're in. It doesn't lead very far.
You cracked out all of that.
You start following the ropes, and it doesn't take very long before you find the end of them. Maybe 100 feet, if that, where they all seem to go, or the one that you're following anyway, goes down into a small, like, dug out, almost vertical grave, for lack of a better term. Like a small, maybe 3 foot by 3 foot, 6 foot deep pit, where the rope is then, like, buried into the bottom, affixed to something.
Didn't catch that. I can kind of assume what it was.
Buried in something.
Yeah, the rope's affixed to the bottom of this vertical grave.
So this is a living trap.
Fascinating.
That's what I get. I'm getting the picture of. I've set snares before. It feels like a snare, but alive.
I wonder who it is that left them here.
This is awful, inhumane. Or not. These people are sick.
I mean, I heard the language they were speaking in.
Not that I understood any of it.
I think we know that Ximori has said that it's abyssal.
Yeah, Ximori
don't
did say
we?
that it was in Abyssal.
Yeah. But they are some twisted by demonic magic of some description,
Right.
but I fear too far gone.
Right. Well, I think then if we keep on the trail, we've got to make sure that none of the village folk fall to this fate, because these were victims, weren't they?
Well, possibly some previous. These ones look like they've been starved for a long time and have
Right.
had many. Have they got sort of ritual scarring and things across them and whatnot?
Not so much like ritual scarring. They do have some of them like barbaric piercings, almost like a nail just like pierced through an arm, kind of thing.
Yeah.
From the looks of them, they do look feral and horrid.
Yeah. But not as if that this happened a week ago.
No.
I think that these are, depending on how they do things, previous examples, or maybe these are a group who moved into the area. Who knows? We should get going. I will.
Human guard dogs.
Does someone want to roll me a
Indeed.
survival check?
I will roll a survival check.
I
Want to help
will
me out?
attempt to help out.
Sure.
Or we can roll individually. I know you're only one less than me.
No, I'll give you advantage. Who knows? Same difference.
You roll better.
He has rolled many nat 20s.
I would like you to roll one. I just rolled a
All
2.
right.
So I don't want the advantage. You roll.
Okay, I'll roll a survival check. Yeah, it's 24.
Yeah, it would have been a 7 plus. So.
What was the total for you, Chris, on that 2?
2. I got a 8.
An 8. The two of you spot or
Really thrown.
have noticed different things. Balrick, what you've noticed, having been close to where this
A nice daisy.
where this pit is.
Maybe it's
Hopefully, Discord stops, doing audio thing. Anyway, you stop this old mining infrastructure that's long overgrown that seems to lead further into the gully up ahead. Doesn't look like it's been used in a while, but it appears to be some sort of previous infrastructure. Arquen, what you'd noticed previously when you were up on the ridge is you would notice that there is sort of like, wouldn't say like a well-trodden path, but definitely a passage that would lead up out of the gully and around the kind of hillsides elsewhere. Definitely taking you out of the ambush-like terrain that you had wandered into previously. Those are the two paths that are presented to you at this moment.
I'm seeing signs of old mining equipment. I think that's clearly where they're going to be held, where they're encamped. Well, we can just follow the tracks, I think.
Yeah. So the other track goes basically around like the hillside. Or...
Yes.
Yeah.
Kind
so
of
we don't
further
know where
up, so you get higher up, but you don't know where it leads, kind of thing.
Yeah. Well, it would make sense to investigate the mine to start off with, particularly if we have the. Well, I don't want to say the element of surprise, given the. It's raining at the moment, isn't it? 'Cause it's been a pissing down, hasn't it?
It's been damp. It was much heavier this morning, and as you've gone through the day, it is fading out, but it is still raining, yes. And the combat that you just had has definitely churned up the tracks you were following to kind of completely confuse as to which way the party you were following has gone.
Yeah. In which case, the thunder wave will hopefully have been masked. Oh, storm's coming. Let's head to the mines.
To the mines?
That's the mines.
I need different notes.
Oh, you thought we were going to easily safer.
He's got another notebook that just says mines.
I didn't.
No, I
see
need my notes from last session, which had all of the very different areas.
Oh, where you expect us to get to eventually last session.
No, it's just how I prep things. Yeah, You follow in through the gully, following these kind of mining tracks as you head through. After a short while, I assume you're all traveling stealthily, trying to avoid attention.
I'm insisting upon it.
Can we get stealth checks, please?
I'll try. Not bad.
Can I take disadvantage to who's? Okay, I was going to say who's the worst at it? Can I take disadvantage to try and help someone else out?
I'm
Yeah,
the
sure,
worst,
I'm
but
down for that.
I have disadvantage, which means that I rolled the same dice twice, so it's a 16.
Who wants advantage from me?
Plus
Who wants
nothing.
Yes.
Yes,
I haven't rolled yet, but
I'm giving Aderyn an advantage. I'm like, because I'm really paranoid because we've just been ambushed. And I don't like being caught by surprise.
Okay.
And being like, all right, let's do this. We're going to take this quietly. Keep you calm.
Thank you for the advantage.
Because I've got a plus.
Oof.
So there we go.
Oof.
Aderyn,
What's better? 30-20.
we've already got
Way
Arquen,
better
Balrick.
than that.
I've got a plus 11. So my 6. Oh no, disadvantage. Yeah, disadvantage. 6 and a 14. So my 6 turns into a 17.
Lesley
20. The dirtiest of 20s for our
And
second
Tauri?
session.
19.
19, and Ximori rolled a 15 on the die, plus numbers, I assume.
Plus 2.
As you head through, being careful to not draw attention to yourselves, frustrated that you've lost the tracks that you were following, but feeling like you're definitely heading further into disguised mountain regions that are not well traveled. You eventually follow the tracks up to what looks like a small kind of cleared out shale and stony space, much different from much of the hills, which are kind of earth and rolling. You're kind of deep in what looks like mining territory, and you find an old mine entrance, essentially sealed up. There is a sign written on it, or there was a sign written on it anyway, that marks it out as abandoned, written in common. But that sign has been broken and ripped in half and is just holding down in 2 pieces. But it still looks abandoned and boarded up.
Another entrance, maybe.
Maybe.
Can we get into it quietly?
Does the boarding up like it hasn't changed? It's not been like taken down and then reboarded up. It's like the same boarding up it was.
Roll me an investigation check.
Blue. $13.
13. Looking at it, to your eyes, it does look like there's 2 different sets of boarding up processes being done here. Like, planks have been added to planks.
It looks like this is not. It looks like it's been changed and edited it, like taken down and put back up again.
From the outside or the inside?
Yeah, is the fresher one like on the outside or is not
You
good?
don't really know. It's hard to tell.
It's a haphazard, really, job of it.
What are the other 3 of
maybe.
you doing in this space?
Aderyn doing it?
In this time, Lesley is suspiciously looking at his comrades to see who does have his dagger, because he's pretty sure it's not Balrick now.
Okay, roll me an insight check.
I prefer rolling the physical die.
Tauri, Aderyn, anything you want to do?
I think Aderyn's just gonna be looking around, looking for anything that stands out, but looking at the weirdest parts.
Cool. Roll me a perception check. What was your insight check, Lesley?
It was a 9.
9.
-1.
They're all too invested in trying to find the path forwards.
Lots of 2 distracted.
20.
Dirty 20. The thing that mostly draws your eye, well, these lot are all looking at boring stone and that kind of thing, there is a patch of kind of deep greenery just kind of like around the side. So like this whole like rocky space, but then there does seem to be like a small, I wouldn't call it a path, but like a gulch or like jammed in between the rock, where there seems to be like a bunch of thorny bushes, like gorse bushes, growing up. That you kind of just idly, it's something that breaks up the monotonous. You kind of look around, and it does seem to like lead down a little bit, and with that perception you can see that it kind of opens up out into more rolling grassland, essentially, away from this space. Taking a look, it does look like there is some sort of traffic through here, not like a path or well-worn, but there is like in places like branches that are snapped off, or the signs of like being pushed through, like disturbed earth underneath, not quite sure what it is. Like something uses that passage to move in and out of, like there is a route that you could follow there.
How? I mean, I know I don't notice it. Just for visuals, is how thick is that? 'Cause like the image you made initially is like one person can squeeze through.
In terms of the like immediate entrance points into these bushes, yeah, it's about one person can squeeze through, but then it very rapidly like widens out.
So it's a video game hidden loading screen.
Yes.
Into the boss fight.
Exactly. You got the exact imagery.
Cool. I've just finished God of War, so.
Do the rocks usually have green portals?
All of us like. Okay.
Well, it depends where you are, of course.
If not, then perhaps this is a passageway.
Take a closer look. Alright, good spot. That's well done, Aderyn. That does look like it opens up. That's one at a time.
Door.
It does. That's one at a time. It's not a nice, particularly safe entranceway if there's people on the other side.
I can go first.
Are you sure? Is there not? It'd be nice if there were a way around.
What are they going to do? Kill me?
It's the only path we saw, though, isn't it? Continuously saying the thing that another path was seen, but no one saw it. Only one person saw it. But if this is the only way forward, yeah, go on, go first.
Oh, I assumed I shared the knowledge of that. And there was another path heading up around the hillside there.
It's a short trek back to where you were at this point. But.
Yeah. It was like I assumed because I was like, oh, we'll go that way or that way. I was like making that.
I wasn't saying. I was saying like this is the only way forward, sort of thing. That's miscommunication on my part. All right. Do you want to look quicker if it's a long way back?
I think we should probably examine these while we're here.
Aye. We're time sensitive, aren't we? If you're offering to go first, for safety reasons. 1 minute then. Before you head out, before you go through, just in case, I'm gonna go up and I'm just gonna. How is this gonna work? Visually, what's gonna happen with this? I'm gonna cast Aid.
No.
But you don't cast spells.
I don't cast spells exactly. So what does Aid look like? Emma, what does Aid look like if Balrick can't do spells? Do I just give you some? Do I give you some? I don't know, cocaine.
Aid is
Snort this.
Aid at first level, second level even. So 5 temporary hit points. 5 temporary hit points.
I'm just gonna place a hand on your shoulder and go like, "Good luck." And then a bit of magical energy flows through. I'll give myself it as well. And Ximori doesn't need it. Ximori's big enough. And then
boy.
Leslie's doubting too much, so Aderyn can get it.
No. Aid, I was trying to work it out. Aid is like, you know, when you're a kid and you're like, oh, I hurt myself, but you haven't really hurt yourself, and you get dirt.
Wait, so you telling me Balrick is just bringing out the wet sponge trick?
Loads of plasters.
Balrick has
Like
wet
magic
sponges,
sponge.
paracetamol, and Rennie, and that's it.
Nah, that's Balrick is just going up and go. It'll be all right. That's all he's doing.
Wait, in Arquen's like version of this, where his injuries are quite severe, but he doesn't feel them. He's like, felt like that one attack he got hit with was like a massive gash across his face. Like, just put a plaster on that. So, thank you, I feel better already.
Butterfly stitches all the way down.
Oh, and just so you know, guys, this is my first aid.
Hey. Nice. I can't remember if you did it last time.
Have inspiration, you bastard.
Have we been here for about 10 minutes or so?
In that time of investigating certain things, yeah, I can tell you in 10 minutes.
Inspirations
Oh,
now. I need to
I
use
will
my
have-
inspirations.
I will have spent that time ritually casting Comprehend Languages so that at least 2 of us know what the fuck they're saying.
How long does Comprehend Languages last?
An hour.
Cool.
Awesome. At least one person present.
What we did was we sent Ximori back to the cart to look after the kid.
No, we didn't.
The kid's
Ximori.
not with you. The kid went with his mother.
Oh yeah.
Mori understands Abyssal but can't read.
Ximori is a 3rd edition barbarian. Anyway, as you all, or as Arquen leads through and you all follow in, can I get a rough marching order?
You have an extra 5 HP, by the way, from aid. Maximum.
I would probably say Balrick at the front.
I'm gonna say I'm going immediately after Arquen.
Arquen, Balrick. Ximori will tail gun.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say we need a beefy person at the back. So
That and Charlie.
Then maybe have Aderyn, Lesley, Tauri.
Sure.
Leslie's going behind, as far behind as he can. Like, him and Ximori are going to have a little fight as to who gets to go in the back, because Lesley gets the best view from the back,
Okay.
and Ximori's like just looking around for things for fight.
So to be clear, Lesley is staring at Tauri's ass. Do with that information what you will.
no, Leslie's staring at Ximori's ass.
But
Lesley was insisting to stare at Ximori's ass.
Trying to get like a full, the full Monty, like bam, 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 bam.
Anyway,
or-
Yeah.
As Arquen, you push through this space, your broad armor kind of scraping against the sides before moving through. You can feel, those of you in less sturdy clothing can feel the scrapes of the gorse bushes attacking your legs in a really uncomfortable way.
I do have a machete as I'm going through.
Okay. Clearing the way. I think
I have a name, you know.
is a good place for us to take a break as you go through the video game loading screen into whatever comes next. So we will pick up there in a little bit. And welcome back. We pick up as you're pushing through the gorse bushes high in the Mora Foothills. Trekking, hoping to find some sign of the malicious, vindictive creatures that you are following through the foothills, hoping to find the people. I would like Arquen and Balrick, as you're at the front, to roll me perception checks, please.
Fuck yeah. 19.
There's another 2. A plus perception is plus 6, I want to say.
Can we get you new dice?
Plus 6, so that is 8. I got very nice dice. I rolled a nat 20 earlier.
I bounced mine onto my enter key, and it made my screen go whoop, down a little bit, but 19.
Wonderful. Balrick, you're too busy kind of looking for the signs moving through the bush to really look ahead, while Arquen is instead keeping point and viewing out.
I also have a full body of plate mail in front of me.
Yes, that doesn't help. But
You're taller than me.
No, true.
You begin to... You notice a short way ahead. They don't appear to have noticed you. I should have made you roll stealth checks, but it's fine. They don't appear to have noticed you. A group of what looks like 5 humanoids moving through the brush with what looks like sickles, as best you can tell, hacking away at these bushes and foraging around beneath them.
I immediately stop, hold my hand up, tell them to get low. Get low. What do they look like, these figures, these people?
First of all, as you all halt and you tell people to hunker down, I'm going to ask everyone to roll a stealth check.
Another one? I can't roll 2.
Can I do what I was doing to Aderyn, but to
Arquen.
Arquen?
Yeah, you
Take
can.
disadvantage to get an advantage.
Yeah, you can.
Excellent.
Me?
Straight roll, plus nothing. Could be worse.
You're right at the back. He's at the front, and he's in armor. Oh, disadvantage actually.
Aderyn.
9.
No.
Arquen.
12.
Balrick.
18.
18. Lesley.
Beefy 13.
13.
Yeah, beefy.
Tauri.
16.
16. It's a little tense as people aren't fully paying enough attention, but just between the lot of you, some of you are able to pull people down into a hunker down below the bushes, such that Ximori can take Arquen can take their moment to just kind of peek their head up again and take in the scenery. Immediate glance, it doesn't look like they've noticed you, but make me a perception check.
Okay. 24.
Are we still in this gulch?
No, sorry, 23.
No, you're out of the gulch now. You're more on the side of the hills, moving through gorse bushes at this point. So there's much more space to move around in. Sorry, what was the roll?
23.
23. Looking ahead, you can see them wearing kind of patchwork leathers and furs and that kind of stuff. Kind of dark black hair, akin to the ones that you fought previously, but seem to be much more almost conscious. They're not feral like the last ones, making decisions. One of them appears to be holding a large, for lack of a better term, tennis racket kind of thing, and beating the bushes, seemingly trying to get some sort of effect to happen. One of the other ones appears to be directing the others, is much more in control, and the remaining ones have got small sickles and are cutting bushes. One of them you see them bring up where one smacked down. You see one comes up wrestling a snake, bringing it down.
It's beating.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll sort of whisper to Balrick over my shoulders, looks like a foraging party.
Not a threat then.
Well, I can't see their teeth and claws, but they're not feral.
No piercings.
It's hard to tell from
100%.
this distance. They're a short way away.
Yeah.
You don't have like close up.
They're also,
details
I'm
on-
assuming, got their back to me, probably.
Yeah.
Hard to tell. Can I see where they came from?
At first glance, carrying over that perception check, you would have to like get up to where they are and try and follow tracks rather than be able to just at a glance follow them through the bush.
Okay, so they up a slope, kind of.
Yeah, you do immediately like assume like they're not being cautious with their steps by any means, and with the rain and therefore the soft
Yeah.
mud, getting to where they are and following tracks would be fairly straightforward.
Yeah, it's just the fact that they
Are alive
think
and
they're
there.
safe. And they think they're safe. We could try taking them, but you know, I don't know if we'll be able to stop them from one of them from getting away.
I don't really fancy hurting potentially innocent or potentially non-threatening, non-combat folks.
I could try and sneak round to. Well, someone could try and sneak round to stop them from getting away while I get their attention.
I'll sneak around and act as a sort of. I'll go behind them to stop them running.
I'll
If you
get their.
want to talk to them, you and some others can talk to them. Me and Ximori can act as the wall.
At the very least, I'll get their attention.
And I take Ximori with me and kind of sneak round to act as a wall behind them to stop them running off.
Make me stealth checks. I'll roll for Ximori.
Well, yeah, my whole idea was that I was going to go out and
Yeah,
sort of
we're gonna stealth there first.
Well, this was the thing. I wanted to make it easier for you by going out,
Yeah.
acting as a distraction.
Oh, you're just going straight out.
I'm just worried they run away straight away. They see you and run. So it might be worth us being out there already. We can stealth. I mean, I'm very good at stealth.
Fair
And
enough.
Ximori's alright. I think Ximori's got a +2 or 3.
Yeah.
And I can give Ximori advantage for my advantage again, maybe.
Leave the
I'm
talking
giving
to
you
the
that
four
on
of
more
us.
like travel ones where it's a bit easier to help with. On like individual checks, it's a bit hard to do that.
No worries, no worries.
Leave the talking to Aderyn, Tauri, Lesley, and I. The charismatic ones.
Yeah.
What do you
Means
roll,
more.
Chris?
I mean, Ximori's also good. I got a 29.
That's very good because Ximori only rolled an 11. But with a
30 total.
29, 40
Like keeping
total.
Ximori in the
30 total divided by number of people doing it. 50.
It's 40 total.
40 total. That's a 30-20 divided by number of people average.
Yeah. So Ximori is initially just like shouldering their way through the bush, clearly not being subtle, and you like drag him down. Like Ximori then starts just going on like all fours in a little bit like animalistic, following Derek.
Oh yeah, next one. Do you want me to roll stealth for Derek?
Derek can go under yours, but you rolled high enough. I think that's fine. As you kind of flank your way around. Well, the rest of you do.
Now, these might not be combatants, so let's try and take them a little bit, not engaging them quite so much straight away.
Do you want me to ask who they are without them seeing us?
Hmm.
Ooh, mental. Psychic
Would that-
power.
Would that freak them out more?
Yes.
These are clearly unhinged people. How do they feel about
Yeah.
this?
If it does, they won't know where we are.
See, like what I kind of wanted out of this was to have them sort of come to me, and like the idea of if they are indeed hostile, then it's there's no question about it, rather than immediately spooking them and going, oh, voices in my head.
Okay, so you want to go somewhere else and we stay here, and then I can send them to you.
I'll go out. You stay hidden, I think. Unless one of you wants to come with me. Up to you.
No?
You're right. You're good, actually.
Leslie, I don't know. Sorry, that's an old cough.
Jesus.
Yeah, Lesley will like I will, ladies, leave this to the gents or man person.
Good man. Like, yeah, slap Lesley on the shoulder.
The sound like rings around.
I just
Okay.
don't think it would necessarily freak them out. That's how I became friends with Balrick and Ximori.
Yeah, but these guys are fucking weirdos.
I'll be honest.
You've met
Out of
Ximori, right?
character. It freaked us the fuck out. I think I came over and had a go at you. Like, nearly attacked you.
These guys are real weird. I think that was a different situation and a one-off.
No, that was not freaked out.
No.
Maybe not a one-off, but maybe a 1 in 10. Who knows?
Leslie is gonna like put the hand on the shoulder and be like, "They can't hang. These guys
I can't hang. All right, Lesley, you and I are husband and husband. We're lost. 20 years.
In full plate mail. Full plate mail, heavily armoured.
Oboe.
We have a house on the Dragon Crest coast. My favourite flowers are rhododendrons, but you know.
Wait, where are your kids now?
Oh, 2 of them are at university.
Carl, look at I.
And one's a Titan Ball player.
One's a time ball player. Honestly, our pride and joy.
He's on scholarship.
So they're grown up. Okay.
Quick, what team is he in?
The Living Leviathans.
Got
Is that
it.
not
All
the
right.
team?
No,
Is that
that's-
not the-
That's the name
Anyway,
of the league.
you've been telling me to ask. You've been telling me to ask someone which way to go for miles now, and I've been looking at the map. No, I've got this. No, I know where I'm going.
But
All right, scene set. And my name is
Arquen.
Arquen. All right, let's do this. No, I know where I'm going, dear. Like.
You immediately see them like meerkat up at the noise and like just begin to like disperse slightly, so they're covering a slightly wider area
Yeah.
and like stop what they're doing.
Are they essentially like trying to sneak down, like not get spotted?
No, they know that they haven't been like hiding by any capacity, so there's no point in hiding.
Yeah.
Like, they spin around to see the noise and just see you standing there, and they're like,
Yeah.
At this point, they're like,
I'm like striding through the underbrush.
When we see them spread out, do I see how like trained and like effective militarily is that spread out? Is it just an instinctive spread out, or is it like a combat? We've seen combat.
Make me an insight check.
Okay. Yep.
Another 2.
Another 2? How did you know it was a 2? Like, if it was it's another 2. Can I change the dice?
Get rid of it, my dude.
It's my favourite dice. It rolls really well so often.
It's not in a minute. You take a look, and you're not entirely sure what they're doing. What is the total of your insight? Just out of curiosity.
5.
5. Yeah, you're immediately unsure because you're not entirely sure what Arquen's plan is. Like, you're a bit taken aback, like, this is the plan?
Leslie's also not sure, but we'll continue arguing and trying to remember bits and bobs from our brief discussion. You always do this. I can't believe you won't stop and ask people for direction. Oh my god, thank God. There are people here. Let's ask them, please.
Excuse me, we're trying to reach the town of one we've just been through. I don't know if you know it.
Does Lesley know the name of the town we just passed through?
Yes, you do remember the name of it. It's been less than a day. Kirudona.
9 intelligence.
Gerudo.
Gerudo?
Kirudona.
Gerudo.
Iridona, yeah.
We're looking for Jason Derulo.
Jason Derulo. Do you know which way we're supposed to go? We've been lost for hours at this point.
You come from Kirudona?
Yes. Came through there.
Going where?
Well, we're trying to reach, what's the name? Oh God, I've completely forgotten the name now. The town, yeah, the town. I heard there was a way through the mountains that we could use as a bit of a shortcut, and decided that I would try my hand at bushcraft and map reading.
No way through.
Performance.
No
Just
way
gonna,
through
like, really-
here, friend. Actually, no way through here, Karthach. Which Tauri, you recognize to be an abyssal word for prisoner.
Can I have Ximori whisper that in my ear as well?
Let's see if Ximori's good enough for perception. Natural 20. Ximori does hear that and does whisper that to you. You two now this close. You see this one that has approached. The other one seems to have fanned out a little bit. Can you two roll me insight? Actually, you're engaging in conversation. The two of you that didn't branch off, Aderyn and Tauri, can you roll me insight checks, please?
Mm-hmm.
I am, as much as I'm going into the performance, I'm still sort of
Don't worry, I'll get to you in a second.
ready.
Nice.
I'm not saying you're going to be quite aware, they're just paying attention.
Yeah.
That one.
That one.
Aderyn's just not concerned about the fact that people thought they'd freak out at her voice, and she's like, no, they're gonna freak out at Arquen and Lesley pretending to be a couple because there's no way they go together. It's just wrong.
There's not enough chemistry.
They just don't look aesthetically pleasing as a couple. That would freak them out.
We take
Fucking pardon, Aderyn.
This is all in
Leslie
Aderyn's
looks
head. None of you hear this. Tauri, insight.
21.
21. Tauri, you're watching this happen, and your eyes go to the other ones, which are very much forming a U shape around the two of them, and essentially beginning to encircle them like hunters around prey. The two of you who are up close to the one who is talking, who did appear to be the one kind of directing things, now you're up this close. You can see that in one hand they have a kind of a hooked, flensing knife of some kind. At various points, they've got a bunch of a bandolier of potion bottles or salves or that kind of thing. And on one hip is a very long, curled up, essentially cat o' nine tails that is curled at their hip. That just brush the overcoat of heavy leathers back a little bit to make sure it's just a little bit exposed. Come, we will take you through.
Well, that's very kind of you. Sorry, carry on.
Do we the two of us notice any of this preparing, reaching for weapons?
Roll me insight checks. You're both warriors of some kind.
Is Aderyn next to me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool. I will tell Aderyn what I heard and just say, you might want to warn them.
Can I prepare knock an arrow and prepare a shot as well?
Ximori sees you doing that. Ximori goes full animal cheetah sprint, ready to just sprint towards them.
Can Aderyn quickly warn?
Mentally, yeah.
Yeah, mentally. First to Lesley, then to Arquen, just a quick message.
Yeah.
They're about to attack, and then can Aderyn mentally speak into the one that was taking the lead, that was doing the speaking, and she's going to say into this guy's mind, you and yours might wish to surrender. One wrong move and you die.
And
Too many of us have eyes on you.
Following
Intimidation.
Aderyn. No!
No,
Oh,
go
yeah,
for
sorry.
it. Just roll intimidation, but you go ahead.
Aderyn, please. Following, I think said initiative, I was like, no. Following Aderyn's warning, Leslie's also going to commanding presence and look down and be like, no, I don't think we should do anything we might regret tomorrow.
I got a 19 on my insight, so I'm pretty sure.
Right, what am I rolling?
Intimidation.
Intimidation.
If Leslie does that, can Aderyn get a intimidation?
Uh,
Yeah, multiply to it.
I'll give it. No, I don't think you know that she's going to be saying it in his head, so it's very hard to kind of support the action.
But they've advantage then.
I said very hard to support the action.
Come on. It's the same time, it's live.
Make your own check, I guess.
Yeah.
You can make your own intimidation check though, if you want.
Okay.
Can I give advantage to that? Because as I, sort of, as the coat gets brushed back, I just like roll my neck, and you hear the creaking of wood and like,
Aderyn,
a little bit of a green glow to the eyes.
17.
17. You see his head immediately start scanning the horizon to whatever that was.
As he does that, can I say, you won't find me until I let myself be known. Just know you should make no wrong move.
Can I, at this point, seeing start looking like, problem, friend?
It's a 23 on the intimidation from Lesley. Is that did he get advantage?
Yeah, he would have got advantage from Arquen.
Okay, 23.
Aderyn, roll me a stealth check, please. I will give you advantage because of the way that you're doing this.
Okay. 19. We'll keep the first one. 19.
Plus anything?
That's with the +1.
The leader kind of looks across and notices the kind of disturbed brush where you and Tauri are hiding. Doesn't seem to glance directly at you, but pinpoints your rough location in that moment. And he just kind of nods towards two of them who begin walking in that direction, and then turns back to you two. It's like, if you want no trouble, then come. We have food.
Do I notice those two starting to walk towards us?
Yeah, this is all a very tense situation. Everyone's on high alert at this point.
Do we notice as well, me and Ximori?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna shoot it back.
I think
Can I have a range action for any sort of combat thing? I'm shooting at one of the ones walking towards Aderyn.
Gotcha.
Any inclination of it.
How cray do I go on this?
So I assume it's going to happen in a moment.
You see the leader kind of go down to their whip, just untying it. Come, we will take you through the bush. It is dangerous for travelers.
Dangerous for a lot of people around here.
How far away are they from
You
us?
see him grin at your intimidation on that, rising to the intimidation. There's definitely a predator being challenged instance here. It exposes sharpened teeth.
I was going to do something.
So there's two of them walking towards us, right?
Yep.
Summon another star.
Gripping Nebula.
That's going to be initiative.
But before I do, I would like to say in the guy's head, you were warned.
You're going to have, you can say whatever you want throughout the entire fight. That connection's established and it takes an action to change it. Your mind is in that guy's mind for the whole fight.
Let's do these in
You really
pairs.
Oh, what? I'm glad I had a ready action.
You again, didn't you?
I rolled a 1 this time.
0.
No, I used the wrong dice, that's why. Oh no. If I'd used the other dice that I changed to got a 2. What is happening today?
I only got a 10 initiative.
I got a nat 1. I explicitly readied an action though. So sick. Got so many intimidating people.
25 to 20.
Despite all that, I didn't make a single check.
You gave advantage in places quite often.
Yeah. I'm so good at intimidation.
Sorry, Lesley, what was that?
21.
21. 20 to 15.
18 plus nothing.
16.
Even if I was not wearing my heavy armor, my stealth is still plus nothing.
15 to 10.
10.
And Balrick.
No.
Natural 1. And
Oh my god.
6 total.
Ximori. Natural 2.
Balrick wasn't in on the plan, to be fair. Like,
Yeah, I'm not. Me and Ximori were out of it.
Tauri was
No,
to
I'm
Aderyn, to
gonna
everyone
handle
else.
Ximori
We
in
did
a
ready
second.
actions. We did ready actions. I presume Ximori readied a movement. I
so-
readied an attack.
Yes.
So
So here's the thing. You held a ready action for aggression towards Aderyn, and what actually happened is Aderyn triggered aggression.
I didn't. I read an action for anything that indicated combat.
Fair enough. Take that ready
It was
action.
just- yeah, it was just aimed at the guy that currently is now obscured by stars.
Yes. So he does have half cover.
Afterward. It's not a disadvantage or anything then.
No, it's just half cover, just buffs up.
Okay.
There is.
Well, that's 30. Does that hit?
Yeah.
Does that hit? Just so. That's 9 points of damage as an arrow goes flying through it. Past him. I assume Ximori explodes outwards past me.
Starts
Following the arrow. I imagine Ximori is online with the arrow.
for a while, yeah. But that's Ximori's movement. Lesley, you are first to act.
Oh no, the cloud appears, but nothing happens immediately, does
Yeah,
it?
because
They
it's at
have
the
to
start
do,
and end of their turn that it happens.
You have to do a dex save.
Yeah, but at the start of their
No,
turn.
it is.
Not in-
It's set up wrong on D&D Beyond for your information. They take damage at the start of their turn, and then they make a con save at the end of their turn. I need to just go edit how it is in D&D Beyond.
Ah, okay. Got
I
it.
assume though that the brush starts to catch fire.
Possibly. Anyway, Lesley, you're up first.
Cool. Just for Evan, where has the world been torn asunder? Where has the nebula been formed?
So maybe
Right.
they didn't even get that far. They were just like kind of walking towards it. It wasn't like they rushed up and you guys had made a bit of a distance. So from you, it's maybe only about like 15, 20 feet from you that the nebula kind of erupts up.
I assume I'm picturing to your left.
It's like
Like,
you're
it's
facing
between
this,
us
so
and
it's
the-
back there.
You've
Over your
got
left
the
shoulder.
one guy. You've got the one guy pretty much right in front of you though that you were chatting with.
Yeah.
He's not included in it.
Cool.
And then there's two
Yeah.
more to your right.
Yeah, I imagine it.
Gonna
Les-
shout. Oh,
I think. No.
this is what you get for threatening my husband, and he's gonna
You do your thing on initiative roll, by the
Yep.
way.
do my best roll every time.
And
remember.
it's not happened. Initiative just happened.
Initiative, just thank you.
Yeah, we're good.
Thank you, Chris.
We're good.
Like a massive thing that says initiative at the top of my note.
You could do it Ximori, so Ximori gets that extra speed and is in combat.
Is Ximori out of combat at the moment? Yeah.
Yes.
Ximori he uses ready action. They use their ready action to like move towards combat. So
Alright, Ximori, get on in. Come on, lads.
you summon.
Mori
You
moves up even
summon the
faster.
Ximori. It's like the
He's just teleported a little bit. It's the magnet. And then yes, Lesley is going to, finally not a 2, is going to attack. It's a 19 to hit,
That does hit.
which I think hits, yeah.
Just to be clear, are you attacking one of the like general ones or the one that was leading the troop? Just so I know.
The one that was closest to us talking to us.
Cool, gotcha. That's fine.
Cool. I don't know which one that is.
That's the leader.
Excellent. That was for maximum damage. So that's 6 plus 5 plus 1.
So 12.
Which is 12.
Just brief pause there. Andrew is absolutely knackered, so won't be joining us for the rest of this. Just FYI.
Alright, Ximori will hit things and then hit things somewhat.
Yeah, I'm going to very quickly have one of these guys run away and Ximori just chases them down and rips them apart. It's fine.
Nice.
Second attack, Em?
Second attack is a 17, isn't it? No. Dirty 20. Does a dirty 20 hit?
Dirty 20 does hit, yes.
That's for a 8 damage.
8 damage. Gotcha.
And as a bonus action, on my subsequent turns, I am going to award gonna just gently put a hand on Arquen. You get a +1 bonus to your AC until start of the next turn.
Cool.
Like just being able to drag him out of the way if needed.
Ending Leslie's turn, it is Arquen's turn.
Awesome. I will, I think, spend a first level spell slot. Basically the ghost fire that surrounds the bronze longsword comes out, and sort of you see it like hissing in the rain. It sort of like glows like a bright green for a second. I bonus action cast Divine Smite.
Sick.
And I'm just like, come on then. Let's see what you're made of. And I'm going to go for a swang. That's a 19 plus 7.
That's
26. So that is, I believe, 9 points of regular damage plus another 2d8, because he's not an actual demon.
Nope.
Just a demonically aligned entity, and that's another 11 points of damage. The longs just
20.
11 plus 9, yes, 20.
Cool.
And I'll go in for a second attack as well. For a 17 to hit.
That hits.
Yep. Second attack deals another 10 points of damage.
This guy has been ripped into attacks before he can even get his whip uncoiled, as the ambush is sprung before they can spring it on you. Anything else?
As I sort of getting close, it's just like, whip's such a bad weapon for war, don't you know? As I just bisect his cut into his neck again.
That's then his turn, actually. As he just bares his teeth. You see in the act of drawing the whip, he drops something else that he was holding, and a kind of noxious, poisonous fume erupts around. And I would like you both to make Constitution saves, please.
Does that fume come from what he dropped?
Yes. It's a very short.
You have a +4 to this, Lesley, because of my aura. Oh, beg pardon. Fucking hell, con +7 because of that, so that is a 23.
You're fine. Lesley?
18.
You're both fine. You're both made of sterner stuff than this. Leslie's drunk stronger alcohol, and Arquen's a weird fey creature. But that act was just literally kind of at the stop of the turn. He then uncoils the whip, draws that hooked blade, and will run the whip at you, Lesley, and then try to cleanse you, Arquen. So, Lesley, that is a 14 to hit.
It's not the first time Leslie's been approached with a whip. He knows how to dodge.
Arquen, that is a dirty 20.
Of course. AC of 19, you know what's going to hit.
You're a paladin, it's what happens when you fight against me.
Yeah.
13 slashing damage.
Mm-hmm.
And you feel something on the edge of this blade seep into your bloodstream, and you feel your muscles spasm and lock up, and you are paralyzed until the end of your next turn.
No save?
Nope. Tauri, your turn.
And Hugh.
Also, I will say though, Lesley, he does then back away to get away from the two of you behind the two that are nearby, so Lesley does get an attack opportunity.
Yeah. Okay, so I get both advantage on my attack because of one of the things I have.
6th level features!
I don't need the advantage. It's a nat 20.
Fuck yeah!
But I also get a second attack because I'm wielding 2 weapons, and it's a different other thing that I can.
Because
What?
he's cool.
Wait, did yours? No! What did I write?
Wait.
Gavin
What?
just realised what he did was broken.
This is
Oh no,
sick.
not yet. Sorry, not yet. It's at level 9. I can't read 9s. They look like 6s. I'm a little dyslexia, don't worry.
Is that why
What did
Lesley
you do?
keeps missing with attacks? You keep thinking 9s or 6s.
Okay, it's still a nat 20. I'm taking it. That's almost the lowest you can get, but okay.
Can you do a maneuver?
You can do maneuvers
In
on
this-
any
And
attacks.
on a reaction.
Good, but yeah,
Trip him.
trip would be fantastic.
Can I trip him?
If you have that ability.
I don't have that ability.
Nah.
How much damage did you do, sorry, Em?
Huh?
How much damage?
How much damage do I do? It's 9.
You could blind him.
Line the prick.
It would do double damage.
Oh, yeah, I can just bind him as well.
Blind him.
Thank-
Yeah. And do double damage. Roll 2d8.
He does roll an 18 on the Constitution save to avoid being blinded, but he does still take the additional damage from the maneuver.
He does. Thank you.
Tauri,
Across his
you're up
eyes.
next.
5.
5.
With both, with 2d8.
Oh, 2D. Is it?
Because it would double.
It's a crit. There's double.
Crit.
Every die?
No. Dang, it's 8 total.
8 total. He's
I rolled
looking
really bad.
pretty fucked up.
Was-
Tauri, you've got 2 of them that were approaching caught in a nebula.
Cool. How many people are there?
A total of 5.
Wait, one of them's run off, hasn't it?
Not yet. It hasn't been his turn to
Ah,
run off
right.
yet.
Yeah.
Ximori is currently thundering forwards. Apparently going to tackle them
Right.
away.
I'm going to cast Bane.
Cool. On which ones?
Level 3, so all of them.
Okay. The leader gets
Charisma baby.
an 11.
Nope.
Bane. 13.
Nope.
Let me just check. It is 13. Yes.
I'm already doing better than last time.
13.
Nope.
14.
Nope.
Last
Come
one. Last one.
18.
Full out.
Yeah, that one
Hey!
happens.
But don't worry, that's going to be the one that's going to run away anyway. I've already designated it.
He's got the ability.
Frankly, the fact that I got 4 of them is a freaking
4
miracle. Because
Bane.
last time I did Bane, I got none.
Yeah. That's how dice rolls work. What does Bane look like coming from you?
So you kind of hear just a little bit of a whistle coming from our bush, and it's like an earworm of a tune that just gets stuck in their head, and it is baby shark do 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 baby shark do 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 baby shark do 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 do. You're now baned, and that's it.
I like it. That was good. I will admit,
Harry's becoming more and
I
more
was giggling
unhinged.
at the noise comes from our bush a bit too much, but
Yeah.
I think Tauri might slowly
Oh,
be
yes.
going insane.
Yeah. We are not a good influence.
proximity to
Tauri is losing
Aderyn.
it.
Yes, so they are all baned. That ends Tauri's turn. It is now the 2 that are
Does
caught
anyone look-
in the
Oh, no, I
nebula.
can't remember.
So
They're
they
gonna
take
take.
2d6 fire damage at the start.
Yep. 1 and 2.
Right.
three miserable
But we need
flames.
to make sure it's going to stay in the thing.
At which point they move out of the thing, using their action to dash to get close.
It's also difficult terrain.
Then they definitely have to use their action to dash to reach you and Tauri. So these two are suddenly over you, wielding kind of hooked, slightly serrated sickles that appear quite rusted and almost like mottled with some kind of viscous liquid.
It's a shame it now isn't Tauri's turn and Tauri can push him back in.
But the other thing that you two do notice is that is like coming off those sickles and these people, like they're covered in, one of them's like still got like that snake that they were holding. There is a strong poisonous fume coming off the top of them that you'll have to deal with at the start of your turns. Aderyn,
was holding the snake out like.
Aderyn, it's your turn as these two have rushed up towards you.
Can you push them back in? Anywhere.
Their horrible hunger of it.
I could do one of them.
If you can get one of them in, I might be able to make them stay there.
But I can't push the other one.
Doesn't have a special ability, he's just going to shoot them in the kneecap.
I'm not magic.
You are more magic.
I'm not magical.
He uses his dad voice to make him stay.
Balrick's entangling shot is just kneecapping someone.
How far away from me are they now? Are they like right?
They are right on top
right?
of you. They would slash away at you if they could, but they use
Your burn is only 10 feet away from you. If you can move them 10 feet, they've gotten, well, something like that. They've gotten to you.
I can do one of them.
Are we on the like a cleared like precipice path?
No, at this point
halfway
you're still very much in bushes. There's small like foot trails in between the bushes that people have walked along.
Is there like a drop or anything like that?
No, you're on kind of like a rolling slope down. So you definitely came down towards them, so they were lower down than you. That's why you had such a good view on them and they couldn't see you. What are we doing, Aderyn?
I could vortex swap one of them.
Yes. No. Get back in there.
Vortex swap them with each other.
Do you want to do it?
Can you cast for do multiple?
No, I'll cast to increase feet.
Oh,
Yeah.
You gonna do it?
Thought it'd be really funny.
Natural one.
My question.
You could do another meta magic.
Ooh.
You can just blast them again.
Wait.
How many times did he say? 6 times?
Twin spell?
Yes, you can use channeling dice 6 times.
Couldn't do twin spell and the pushing them back.
No,
So
because
two
you
meta
only by
magics.
1 on each one.
So you could either hit both of them or push one of them back while hitting them.
Do you have twin spell?
If you push them back, I can make them stay in the thing.
I do not. I only have subtle magic force. Oh.
If you push them back, I can try and make sure they'll get stuck.
One sec. Where's my meta magic? I have too many things. Yeah, I don't. Forceful Fell is 15, but that's.
Push them into it.
Both of them.
No, just one. Unless you've got a spell that can target both of them. But you don't have to do it on a cantrip.
No, I
Do you
don't.
have anything like Scorching Ray? Anything that can target multiple people?
Yep.
Nope.
Nope.
Aderyn is a one-person sniper.
But would that
How would
work?
that work? Well, it's like Petrificus Totalis or something. So
Okay. If instead of
does it read the meta magic first? Does it specify it has to be an attack, or is it any spell?
that targets
So weird.
a creature, if I did
Casting
hold
a spell
person on
that's-
both of them,
I'm gonna say for
Let's read
now,
it.
we'll figure it out later. For now, I'll say yes, it'll work on both of them. If you upcast it to hit both.
I
It
upcast
just says target, yeah.
I reserve the right
Oh,
to change
no,
that
it
opinion
says-
at a later date.
Oh no, it says with a saving throw. Yeah.
Yeah, but it does
With an
also
attack
say
roll.
a spell that targets a single medium, so it's a bit wishy-washy. For now,
Yeah.
it's going to work on both, because I don't want to hold up this.
Okay, cool. In that case, I will
Okay.
upcast whole person.
One of them has already
Attack.
failed.
Cool.
The other one rolled a natural 3.
Nice.
Or fail.
Both fail, so both just immediately
They are now.
like rushing, like about to like swing down towards you. They're like,
What does it look like?
I'm just gonna. Aderyn's gonna like raise her staff, and they're just gonna like be like it's like a wall of gravity lifts in front of them, and it's like they're just like they're catapulted back into the nebula, and then they are paralyzed
Like gravity hold.
inside it.
so there is one flaw to that plan. Both those spells are concentration spells.
Ah, fuck.
Oh, poo.
That is true.
So they go
Well,
into the
it's
nebula.
paralyzed.
For the sake of the coolness, I'm going to give them each the Constitution save for ending their turn in there.
Okay.
One fails, one succeeds. So roll me 2d6.
What
Okay.
was the score?
Oh, one got a nat
4.
20.
And 4. 8.
So one of them takes 4 damage. The other one takes 8 damage. As the last wisp of the gravity there adds to the hold person that's pushing in on them.
Yeah.
And then they're just locked in
That-
a awkward position.
That's fine, because the
Technically,
important thing is that from the perspective of the leader guy, he saw the nebula, then the nebula's fallen down, and they're both paralyzed there. And I just want to say into his mind, you still have time to surrender.
You hear a chuckling back. Like the
He's just
concept of
been killing
surrender
them
is
up.
8
Or
by.
fight you with arrows. There's gravity pushing two of them to pieces.
I believe Leslie's just kicked him in the nuts as well. So
Ending Aderyn's turn, it is the other two's turns. The leader, seeing all that happen, turns to one of them and goes, "Go warn them!" And one of them starts running off, at which point Ximori goes, it just diverts course, he goes hunting them down. The other one is going to come towards you, Arquen, because you are paralyzed. He's going to make an attack at advantage against you.
that one running away doing the flash meme of running and turn around, just screams as something's coming up behind him.
That does hit, which means this is a crit. As they come at you with one of these a fairly large, almost it's something that would be used for killing a creature rather than just attacking bushes.
Well, I've got all these hit points, I might as well use them all.
You can see that it is laced with poison. So you take 24 poison damage
That's just the poison damage.
and 5 slashing damage because I rolled a 1 on the slashing.
Yay!
As it sinks into you and you feel that kind of poison seep into you. This poison then doesn't do anything else. But that fucking hurt. As that happens, they're there. Ximori's busy. Balrick!
Cool. I'm gonna stand up and start walking and firing at the one that's attacking Arquen, seeing that Arquen is in some state of disarray.
Go for it.
And then I'm also gonna whistle at Derek and go, "Come get him." That's a 15 plus stuff on the first attack,
Hits.
and 14 plus stuff on the second attack.
Hits. Just to double check, you're attacking the one that was attacking Arquen, yeah?
Yeah.
Thank you. Just double check.
11 and nice. 14. So that's 25.
These, it's it immediately gets brought down to one knee in that moment before standing back up with blood drenching down its back, and it just stares into Arquen's hands, not even losing contact with its prey.
And then Derek jumps on him and gets 16 plus stuff.
Roll damage for deck.
Oh, fuck!
6 points of damage.
Deck.
Plus another 1 minute.
Oh.
10 points of damage, part of it fire.
As Derek sinks his teeth in, the fire courses through the veins. You would expect this creature to roar out in pain, and it just turns around and sees Derek and raises its weapon to strike at Derek. But it looks severely, severely wounded. That ends your turn, Balrick.
My turn.
Lesley, you're up.
That's the top of the round, isn't it?
Yes.
Just just checking. I can't give advantage to become unparalyzed if I do anything.
I don't know. Does your character sheet have anything that would do that?
Well, I mean, I was like, I can redeploy. The chosen creature can, but it won't, right? It's like...
No, his movement speed is currently 0.
Does Lesley have greater restoration? Maybe.
Lesley has as much magic as Balrick now.
It clearly doesn't get dropped from damage, so blapping me won't do anything.
Dang, that's unfortunate. Leslie's just gonna slightly patronizing there, and then move on.
So you've got the one that just got shot by Balrick and is being teared by a deck that is on death's door. You have the leader who retreated behind him and told someone else to run, and then you've got the 2 that are currently paralyzed in what was once a nebula.
Get that fucking leader.
Leader?
How
Sure.
far away is the leader from the nebula?
Oh, a fair distance from the nebula. It sort of
Nebula's not there anymore.
Another side.
Nebula's also not there anymore.
That's true.
Oh, is it not? Oh.
No, the hell.
Nebula dropped and condensed around these 2 and paralyzed them.
It was sick.
Right, that's right.
Which I imagine, I can picture it as they are currently wrapped in the nebula.
Yeah.
That's, the 2 paralyzed ones, they've got nebulas on top of them, the gravity.
She just transformed the nebula, pulled them back into it, and then it wrapped around, condensed them. The nebula's just still there.
Aderyn's slowly becoming a star-mancer.
Sick.
Stellar-mancer.
Lesley, what are you doing?
Yep. But shockingly, Leslie's gonna attack. The leader still.
Go for it.
Leslie's a bit bitter about it still. Which is a 14 to hit.
14 misses as the whip comes up and just deflects away the first strike.
And a 22.
That does it.
Which will be for a cheeky 4 + 5 + 1. 4 + 5 + 1. 10 points of damage. Getting faster.
As your second strike takes that away, and then you uncoil the weapon from the whips and jam it into the gut.
Bonus action. Lesley is gonna shout out, bring it down to not Arquen, sorry. To Balrick. So he can have a bonus to hit equal to my charisma modifier, which is a +5.
5?
Is that right? Is that my
What was that again? Sorry? I get a bonus to hit.
Oh, +3. Yeah, bonus to hit +3.
Nice.
Until the start of Leslie's next turn, you have +3 to all of your attack rolls. Cool, that ends Leslie's turn. Arquen's turn. You are paralyzed, and then you feel it shrug off, and you are back to your muscle strength, able to defend yourself once more. As it is then the leader's turn, who is going to fully unload on Lesley.
It is the sexy session.
First attack with the whip against you. For 24.
No.
I mean, I will double check. That was with Bane, right? But it doesn't matter.
20.
Yeah, you still.
So the 21 points of poison damage from the whip.
Okay.
Q?
That crit hit on me, was that with Bane as well?
No, but I'm not retconning it that far because I don't remember what I rolled.
In which case, I would like to cast Rescue at second level.
Ooh.
Is it second? First level. And yeah, just like there's a little like hint of blue and sort of like cracks of lightning start like coming off of Arquen's eyes. He sort of basically just lets out a like guttural roar. And yeah, this just like half lightning, half bolt of green energy just pulls Lesley 15 feet back behind Arquen.
Okay. Upon seeing that happen, Lesley, I will say that as the poison seeps into you, you begin to see the figure that you're facing's face transform into something demonic, fanged, ridged bones and eyes of black, and you are currently frightened.
Okay.
And upon
Leslie
seeing...
moves away.
Go on.
He's gonna shout, "I do not consent to puppy play!"
Seeing you do that, Arquen, he brings the whip around and then whips it towards you. $16.
Doesn't hit. Just off the shield.
Bane reduced that from an 18 as well. So
nice. My AC still 19, or is that ended
no,
now?
because it's one turn. So Bane did actually help. As yeah, you almost catch the whip on your shield and begin to step into their threat range, which now means it is Tauri's turn.
How injured does the leader look?
Pretty injured. He's bearing a lot of wounds. These guys don't appear... This is something that I'll give you, Tauri, as a reader of people very much. These guys, as you fought them, never really seem to show response to pain. There is a weakening of strength as the wounds come through, but they never look like they're feeling the wounds.
Do we have anyone close to us?
About 15 feet away are the two that Aderyn has paralysed.
Can I move forwards and get those two and the leader?
No, there's too big of a distance between them due to how they moved up towards you.
How much of a distance between?
30 feet between them.
Cool. No, I was just trying to picture it in my head. I wasn't trying to...
Yeah, you were keeping a long distance from them, so they kind of moved halfway up towards you, and then combat's moved them away.
There's also one that's on death's door with a dragon attached to his arm.
Yes.
And one about 200 feet off, screaming.
That is one 200 feet off, currently face downward, having their back ripped apart.
Got him by his feet, go bang, bang.
Just going to
Every
look
time
at
Ximori
the...
does something and Andrew's not here, I just picture the Hulk. It's
Yes,
just like we fell into
I do it so much.
I just imagine him doing low-key.
Yeah.
I just imagine him doing what the Hulk did to low-key in the just with this thing, just doing this constantly and having fun. I'm just going to do a vicious mockery at the leader and just go, with those teeth, you should have just stayed at the bottom of the ocean.
He rolled well, but so did the Bane. It is still an 18 on the wisdom save, though.
Arquen looks up at that one, like, what?
That is... who... Does anyone look quite injured?
Me.
Yeah, Arquen took a blow.
To be honest.
Paralysed.
I
Could be a lot
will...
worse.
I will just cast a level 1 healing word at him.
Cool. That is 2d4, don't forget, because we're using additional heals.
I got the new ones in my spell list here. That is 6 plus 4, 10.
Nice. Healing to Arquen, ending Tauri's turn. It is the two who are paralysed. They're going to attempt to wisdom save with Bane.
Yeah.
That's 5. and 4. So they're both just like, you can see them desperately like trying to push through it towards you and just not getting anywhere. It's your turn.
I mean, well, they're not bothering anyone, are they?
Might be useful.
Okay.
I will remind people melee attacks against them are automatic crits.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, Aderyn, go hit them with a melee attack.
I'm not going anywhere near them. You're insane. No. The leader guy.
Yes.
He's my new best friend, so I'm gonna go after him.
What's psychological warfare whispering in his mind this turn?
Do distant whispers.
That makes is that concentration?
No, it is not.
So wisdom save.
It is indeed a wisdom save.
Bane didn't roll super well, but neither did he. For 9.
He fails. Okay, so I'm gonna just start whispering the most incoherent, batshit crazy, but in a scary way, into his head. Mixed with every so often the sound in his head has a break, and it's just me going, "You were warned," over and over again.
You just allow him access to your brain.
Yeah.
You're like,
I like to think that's what whispers is.
Here's what I'm experiencing.
So let's do 3d6 psychic damage. 1.
Everyone's constantly dealing with psychic damage.
So that's 10 psychic damage, and then he must immediately use his reaction to move as far from me as his speed allows.
What happens in this moment, Aderyn, as you release the dissonant whispers of the noises the eyes make as they watch down upon you? You see this guy who has shown no response to pain, to any of your intimidation effects. Just suddenly, the fear effect that's on Lesley drops in that moment, because the response of this guy is just like he has heard something that is impossible, that terrifies him to his very core, and he sprints in the opposite direction away from you. And you see the motes of noise that whisper in behind him, tracing behind him.
Nice.
No one else.
Does that mean he's running towards me, or is it?
No, it's kind of tangential away from you. You can kind of shoot him in the back, / in the side. That was incredible. It is now the one that is currently being assailed by Deck and is going to stab Deck. Because fuck your dragon. With Bane, that was so nearly a nat 20 and then rolled off it. For a 15 to hit Deck.
Deck wriggles and it glances off his scales. He managed to whip it with his tail.
Fucking tank, Deck. Get it. That ends his turn. Balrick. If Deck wants to go first.
Deck's distracting this guy. I've got bigger fish at the moment.
I'm just saying Deck could kill this guy with a chomp.
I know he could. I need my bonus action.
Fair enough.
As this guy is running away, as he runs past, I'm going to plot that he's the leader, and I'm going to bonus action ensnaring strike. So let me remind myself what ensnaring strike does.
Strength save, or
Whether it does damage or anything.
It's just.
I need to hit first anyway.
Yeah.
21.
21 does
it's
hit.
just damage at the start of its turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it still takes the damage from the
So
attack.
I whisper to the arrow as it's knocked, and it's magic. 100% magical. Not a net attached to a bow. 12 points of damage and strength save, please.
My magic
The
snare
strength
arrow that's
save
covered in barbed
automatically
wire.
fails as this arrow goes through the rib cage on the right hand side, punctures a lung, and you see them, and the vines wrap around, pinning them in place in the middle of the gorse bush as the leader dies.
Oh, oops.
That just leaves 3 more. Anything else you want to do on the turn?
I've got one more attack, so then I'll turn around with that. Seeing that they're pinned, turn around and I'll put an arrow through the head of the one that's attacking Dirk.
Go for it.
And that's the 26.
Instantly kills him. Had 1 hit point.
Damn it, if I roll a 5 instead of a 4.
Yeah, just you see these 2 arrows go out. 2 of these guys go crumbling down, leaving the last 2 paralyzed, just taking this all in, still like fighting against their restraints. As Lesley and Arquen, they're paralyzed. You get to act before they do. What do you do?
Arquen's kind of, he's just, filled with fucking rage at this moment, picturing what this cat of 9 tails and their flensing knives did to the village we've just been through. I was just gonna fucking turn him into mush, I think.
Lesley?
Hello.
Lesley can get in on this if they want.
Yeah, there's 1 each.
Leslie's getting in on it. No,
There's 1 each.
we're gonna fuck him up. I'm trying to work out the most disrespectful way to fuck him up.
Do you want to keep one of them alive to maybe question about things, or are you just gonna?
Okay, yeah, fair.
Enough for that.
Is there like?
And then Arquen is just gonna smush.
Yeah, Arquen's going for much. Leslie's like naturally leaning towards teabagging as a situation, like sharp teeth. So we'd like to have the equivalent, the equivalent of teabagging, but obviously that you can do while they're alive. I'm not sure. I think that that's so. Leslie's gonna stab him in the balls. Just gonna like. Well, wait, no. Is there any chance Lesley can ask for the dagger very politely? Is there a chance to get it?
I'll walk over and I'll toss it over.
Yeah, and Leslie's just gonna fling it.
Before I even get to say anything, I was gonna be like, "Well, make sure you get." Oh, it's gone. It's gone.
I know.
It's like a sprinter's back dodge. You see it pale in. There is a burst of blood that escapes the gravity field in that space, and eventually, after Aderyn decides to let the thing down, these 2 things just crumple down onto the floor, completely unmoving.
We would have won slightly.
The one with the balls isn't totally dead, is it?
Oh, the bull's isn't totally dead, is he?
Okay.
Get in.
Yeah, I think that's perfectly fine, as that one is like left alive, completely crippled, bleeding out very rapidly.
I'll put a point of lay on hands in it.
I was just going to go over and do a medicine check.
Yeah.
Don't want to waste a lay on hands on this scum. Can I go over and do a medicine check to like stabilize?
Yeah, roll me a medicine check.
21.
21. You pack some of like the natural bandages that you've got into the wound with what once was testicles. And he just looks up at you. Just, why?
You're going to tell us where you took the village?
Yeah.
Lesley sticks a finger on the ball hole.
You'd make a good one.
There's. I know that physical pain won't do anything to you, but Aderyn, do you want to have a go at him?
I'm gonna say, in his mind, if necessary, it's up to him.
I'm gonna crouch down by his head and go like, if your friend was terrified of her, just imagine what she'll do to you.
It was weak. I don't need to tell you anything.
I'm going to step up and walk away and just go and hand to Aderyn and go, all yours.
I'm in a dissonant whispers.
I'm on hand to stabilise again if he passes out.
Oh,
I
let's
mean,
get out.
That's his medicine check is.
I don't think dissonant whispers is something you can prevent. It's a fucking aneurysm.
yeah, I'm not entirely sure you can stop this from happening.
Maybe this needs a lay on hands thing.
Yeah.
Definitely fails the save, and you just see their brain just eyes roll back. And you see the vessels pop, and then they are out.
Well,
I thought you could hold it back a little bit. Maybe we could have gone into it.
That was me going easy.
Oh.
I don't believe we can gain anything from these creatures through coercion of any means.
We
I
don't
saw
want
nothing but sadistic joy behind their eyes. I think we kill them all until there are no more.
Ximori at this point wanders up, covered in gore, with the pulled out spine of one of the other ones, proposing it as a short whip. And Ximori just turns.
Oh.
He was heading that way, and points in the direction where the one was running.
Hey, good spot. Good spot, Ximori. You did good. There's a Scooby snack.
We got time for a short rest.
Did you?
I don't. I mean, we want to warm up. The longer we wait, the longer.
To be clear, you have been traveling for a few hours. Like, this isn't a small place, so like, use that to contextualize whether you have time or not. That's up to you. But it's not like this has been like a 20-minute sprint.
The longer it takes, the more chance there is of other people being hurt or turned or killed. We can if you want. I mean, I'm fine to go on, but if you guys need to stop.
I've got a massive wound in my side that's very slowly knitting itself back together. It's like I can do this quickly, or I can wait a bit and it'll heal on its own.
Anyone else needs some medical attention? If you can do it quickly, I mean, the rest of us are. No one else needs anything on a short rest, do they?
I mean, I'll get 3 bardic inspiration back.
That's
Have you used all of them?
I've used 3 out of the 4.
Oh, cutting words. Yeah, I keep forgetting that uses. Yeah,
I don't get anything from.
I don't get anything.
That's nothing to sniff at. And I would use 20 of my 30 lay on hands to get myself back up to not full HP.
Plus, a short rest will allow you to also get my Song of Rest to help with the pit tie as well.
I would. Lesley would not mind a short rest. Not that he's old or anything.
All right, we'll take a small break. Get our bearings, we go in. Yeah, that'll be going fully fresh and on it. Because these guys are not easy.
Do a bit of healing then.
Just while you do that, I'm just going to go grab something
You can
downstairs.
roll an additional 1d8 because we said.
And remember you have an extra 5 to your max.
I do. 7. All the 7s.
No, it's not that. Sarah, we're doing a short rest if you want to heal.
I don't need to heal.
Um,
How long does the +5 last for me?
8 hours.
That's just added to
It's
my
all day,
max,
basically.
isn't it?
Yeah. Short rest would heal you up to full, I think. What are you at now?
-2. That's not counting your +5.
So you're -7. You gained 5 when I did the +5 as well.
Yeah.
You also healed 5.
Oh, then I'm on max.
You're on -2. The +5 isn't temporary. It's your max. It's your new max HP.
Okay, then
Are you on -2 then? As in, if you're on -2 before aid, you would still be on -2 just from the new max.
yeah,
So you're still on -2. You want to heal that away with a hit die or not?
no.
Do you get meta magics or anything or no?
No, meta magics are long rests.
I get 1 channel divinity.
Oh, nice.
What did you use your channel divinity on?
I've used both of them on divine sense.
Oh, does that use channel divinities now?
Sorry?
Does that use channel divinities now?
Oh, hang on a minute.
Divine sense.
It does not reset. I'm not sure then.
I don't know. I can't remember when you last used your channel divinity.
Yeah.
What are your 2 channel divinities?
I've got Nature's Wrath
Yeah.
and I don't know.
No, divine sense is on channel divinity now.
That's it, yeah.
Have you all short rested?
All good.
All got your hit points and everything sorted?
Yeah.
I would like Balrick as the master tracker to roll me a survival check, please.
Oh, 2 seconds, sorry.
23.
23. You follow the direction that the one was running that Ximori chased after. And it's not long before the tracks become fairly worn in. Like this is a regular harvesting spot for them. And they trek back towards, you assume, where they live. The bushes kind of head down into a small, not quite gully, but a depression, like they're reaching down towards, and begin to grow relatively thick and almost taller, like they've been cultivated a little bit to grow high, or at least not cut back. I would like 2 people to roll perception checks. Balrick is one of them, is leading from the front, but someone else can as well.
30-20.
I'm not bad. Uh, 11.
Tauri, you're unable to kind of see through the brush. You're not used to walking
I'm
through
in the
these
middle
kind
as
of
well.
spaces. Yeah. But Balrick, being on high alert, realizing that you're heading into wherever these creatures come from, you begin to see through the bushes where it slightly thins out, and in hearing a little bit over the noise. There's a rocky overhang that heads towards your right-hand side, like part of the hillside, and the bushes lead down beneath it. But you can begin to just about make out, far enough ahead that you're confident you're hidden, a settlement of sorts, nestled partially beneath this rocky overhang, hidden from the rest of the world. What constitute buildings made out of roughly hewn stone that are piled up in unstable manners and then roofed with poorly tanned animal hides. You can see creatures wandering about the camp, tending to what look like cooking fires in between smaller tents, in and out of buildings, occasionally checking on crates and other objects. Each of them pale-skinned and dark-haired, clad in mismatched leathers beaten between metal plates. And from your position, you can make out one large iron cage-like structure sitting in the middle of this space, where a number of humanoids sit cramped and huddled within it. I think you found the lair of the creatures. And I think there is a good place for us to stop. as you finally have sight of your quarry and the villagers you hope to save. We will close this chapter of our story and pick it up next time. But until then, see you later.